It might be
Like I
a
said,
it might be a thing for like different parts of the country might say it the two different ways because in Florida
it's
that's how I
possible.
always heard it.
Do you think it's because you were in Florida?
Yeah,
It might be because
that's
you're in
why he's
Florida.
getting on my ass because he says it too the same way.
All right. Now that we're done skirting that line.
Yeah.
All right. So to start this off, somebody donated, so I rolled randomly. Kim got the roll for another item. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off with you guys in your individual dorm rooms. Or Kim in her individual dorm room to introduce her item, and then we'll go to you guys as a group because you're on like class break. This is still your first day. Or this is your secondary technically. So you guys are kind of just getting ready to go to your second round of classes. And Kim, you're waking up and you notice in your room that there is a mirror that, yeah, like a beauty mirror that you didn't notice before. It's sitting on like your bed table.
Really?
Yep.
So, I mean, the obvious thing to do is to get up and look at it, and
I
I'm
did with a
kind of
hammer.
cautious because I do know this is a magic school, so
It is. And also as a reminder, you are in Wolf House.
yeah.
I think most of the other people, I think Moko also is in Wolf House, and the other three are in Sheep House. Um,
I'm in Wolf. I thought it was sheep.
No, it was Kane who was in Wolf House.
okay, Kane. Sorry.
We
Yep,
picked
Kane
sheep
was in
house
Wolf House.
because
That means
Arch likes sheep.
okay, fair enough.
Me, I'm like
So
sheep.
Fair. Yes, yes. All right, so Kim, you look at the mirror and you don't see your reflection in it. Instead, it's almost like looking out a window. You see like a dark, dusty room with a little bit of like light shining through, kind of like a basement type window. And you're not really sure about like where this is in terms of like what you're looking at, but this is definitely not a normal mirror.
Hmm.
There is a glass exterior over it, however, and you can't pass your fingers through it.
Okay. Am I able to like sense danger?
Uh,
Like,
what
can
I'll
I
say
roll?
this, if you want to do a spellcrafting check to identify what the mirror actually does and is, I will allow it.
Okay.
So your spellcrafting should be under your scoop. Okay.
So that's 13
that's not a bad
plus.
roll.
I mean, I've had worse. Spellcrafting. So 15.
Okay, so what you're able to tell is that the mirror itself is actually a magical viewing device. So it might be connected to maybe another mirror. So what you're seeing is the end of that like vision tunnel. So wherever the other mirror is, it's facing out, and that is the visual that it's giving you. So if someone were to look into that mirror, they would see that other mirror, they would see your face.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a visual tunnel, but you do have to find the other half of it, which you don't exactly know where that is at the moment. Now we did get another one in for purity. So what I'm going to do is now that Kim, that you have that, I am going to call. By the way, that is called the tunnel mirrors. If you want to
Okay.
put that on your sheet as a magical item.
Yes.
Should I be afraid?
Huh?
Should I be afraid?
That depends. I haven't rolled it yet. All right. So the next one, we had another one that is going to Purity. So we're going to go to Purity's dorm room and see that she wakes up with something different in her room. Hopefully, it's not anything too raunchy. All right. So let's see. All right. So let's see here. So I got to roll a D100.
May
All
the odds
right.
be ever in your favor.
All right. So
Considering
let's
my
see
luck
here.
is
So you
not.
got a 32. Let's see what the 32 is. Oh,
It can't
God.
be. It can't be.
Okay.
It can't be what I
Th-
think it is.
No, it's not what you think it is, although it is similar in the sense of what it actually represents. So on your end table, Purity, you wake up and you see a ring. It's
I
a
guess somebody
golden
liked
ring.
it.
It's a golden ring with a purple gem in it.
Let's see. Do I have anything to identify magic? I think I do.
You can. It's called a
Wait,
spell crafting roll. You can do. You can roll that. It's in your skills section.
All right, let me see.
wasn't my band also like with a purple gem in it?
No, yours was just a straight golden band because it was. It's basically a cock ring.
Oh,
What do I do? What do I use? Intelligence or?
It should. Okay, so let me pull up your sheet so I can guide you to what you're doing. So,
Oh, I see it.
uh,
Spellcraft. I see it.
yep, it should be right in your skills section. So, and I'm looking at your sheet right now. So it's your intelligence, which comes out to a total of +5. So that's good. So now you can just roll a d20, and whatever you roll is a +5. All right, you rolled a 22. So that's really, really good. So what you found is what's known as a ring of masochism. And that ring allows you to cast the spell Vicious Mockery on a target up to 3 times per day. So any target. So you have 3 uses of that ring per day to cast the spell Vicious Mockery. Now, do you know what the spell Vicious Mockery does?
No, remind me.
The spell of Vicious Mockery causes a voice to then insult something. And it's whatever is enchanted with the spell or whoever is affected by it. So if you cast that on a person, for instance, they will look to the closest person to them and they will insult them, regardless of whether or not they have the ability or want to.
It doesn't do anything if I wear it, right?
No, you activate unless you use it on yourself.
Okay, so I can just wear it and then use it whenever I want.
Yes, you can wear it.
Okay,
Just make
now
sure
I'm
you
gonna
mark
put it
that
on.
down on your sheet that you have that. That is called the Ring of Mockery.
Before I do that,
Do we have any more, or is that it?
something for the cat.
Let's go to Moko. Okay, so this is kind of turning into the
Well,
creature
no one put
campaign.
bits.
Huh?
Yeah, no, there's a glitch. I trust Don.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sometimes it doesn't show his donations.
That's weird.
All right.
Yeah,
Something for the
you'll see
cat.
that with stream with
All right.
Sorry,
Well,
Don.
well, technically, this is going to go to Moko. So Moko, you're going to get something new that's for your cat, assuming your cat can use it. All right. So that's 84. So let's see what you have there. All right. This is I will re-roll just because somebody said they wanted this specifically for the cat, because that is unfortunately an item that I don't think the cat is going to be able to use. 67. Okay. See what that is. Okay. You know what? We'll do this. Okay. All right. So, Moko, you wake up in your bedroom, and your little Lynx buddy, who, by the way, is still wearing the Ring of Erections, which means it still has a massive erection for no reason. It comes up to the side of your bed, and it appears to have a pair of women's underwear in its mouth.
Nice, dude.
The cat goes up for a fist bump.
I try to fist bump it as well.
You fist bump the cat because you're both bros, and then he gives you the panties.
So that wasn't a strength check.
No, that is no. The only time I ever do strength checks with that is if I have to do it with Arch, because his strength is stupid.
Okay, technically, it wasn't a high five, I suppose.
I need to
It was not
remember
a high
not to
five,
say
no.
that at all during this.
You're gonna forget.
I know.
You're gonna Freudian slip yourself because you're gonna be thinking about it. All right, so Moko, do you want to try spellcrafting to see what the underpants do, or do you just want to put them on, or do you want to put them on the cat?
Yeah, we could do spellcraft. That's that's a +6, I think.
Yep. Well, let's see what it is for you if you want to roll.
Yeah, it says int 6, and that's equals 3 + 3. So is that
Yeah,
+3 or not?
6 is the total then.
Yeah, and that's a d20.
So 1d20 + 6.
That's a 14.
Okay. You're able to determine that they're magical, and they seem to have some effect while you're sleeping, but you can't tell exactly what effect that is. However, you would have to be wearing them.
I'm gonna put them on my head like a little hat.
You do that. Okay. As long as you're wearing them in some capacity, I'm not gonna go over it too much. All right, so you're not wearing women's underwear on your head. Are you gonna go back to sleep, or are you gonna go to class?
I'm gonna take out a small little bit of orange frog and put it in my pipe and smoke it, and then see what happens.
Roll Constitution.
Don't we also have to go help that kid? Or is that after class?
That is not until this evening.
Okay.
So you still have a full day of class. All right, Moko, you pass out. So now you're going to find out what this underwear does since you're wearing it on your head. So, Mogo, as you drift off into dreamland, you start with a very nice dream. You're surrounded by weed nugs everywhere, and you're having a good time, and you're relaxed, and you're smoking, and the Lynx there is smoking with you, and he can talk in your dreams. So he kind of looks at you and says, "Hey, man, you want to see something cool?"
Yeah, dude.
Okay. After this, the lynx then turns into a horrible slime and starts engorging you. You begin having a terrible, terrible nightmare. The effects of the underwear, and keep in mind, the underwear is literally known as the undergarments of nightmares. It basically has the effect when you're wearing it of when you're sleeping, you have horrible, horrible nightmares.
But why is it women's underwear?
Because I was giving it to Moko and I thought it would be funnier. Also, when was the last time you heard a man's underwear described as undergarments?
Okay, fair enough.
All right. So,
Ours underwear too.
Moko, you're gonna have that. Everybody else is gonna be eating breakfast while you're having horrible nightmares and waking up. But now we're also gonna go to your next class. So now that everybody is awake and kind of wandering about, your next class is going to be alchemy. And the first class.
Is that the same as potions class?
No, it's different.
No.
Alchemy is changing one thing into another. Potions is gathering ingredients to enchant and make magical potions and spells. So alchemy is the first year student is going to be Professor Ticklesniff. He is a goblin wizard. And the first class you're going to be taking is Lead to Gold. So are all you guys... No, go ahead.
I'm only in potion and medicine, I think. Medicine class.
Last time when we were doing this, we thought it would just be funnier if everybody just did the classes, just because that way I don't have to make people sit on the sidelines.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna tug on Graz Lab's pants now that he's wearing them. Come on, big guy, you don't want to be late for class.
Me, I'm not wearing pants.
No, you are. You're wearing blue
shorts.
jeans. I replaced them in the last session from your dog underwear.
Oh. No, he had the booty shorts.
No, he wasn't booty shorts. I thought it was pants.
Yeah, no, they were very, very tight blue jeans. Like I said, Hulk jeans. So they was very, very tight on a muscular body.
I mean, if you want, I have some undergarments you can wear.
You could. I don't want to know what his nightmares would look like, though.
No, because I feel like I'm gonna get thrown around if he's having a nightmare.
Yo, that's kind of hot.
I mean, are you sleeping in the same bed as him?
No, but if I'm in the
could.
same room, somehow he'll find a way to throw me.
You don't have to be in the same room.
Oh, thank God, I'm hiding somewhere else when he sleeps.
You each get individual rooms. There are no roommates at Spellweaver Academy. They found out the hard way that that's a bad idea.
Okay, I thought this was like Harry Potter, when apparently they're all in like...
No, it's got, well, during the day you're all mingling with each other, but when you go to sleep, it's basically just like a bed, a chest, and like your night quarters. You
Wait,
share
did I
everything
get that
else.
right, Kim, or is it actually everyone gets their own room? Because I had seen in a game
Well,
it's like 3 to a room.
It's 4 or 5 to 1 room, but it's all same gender. So it's like girls would never be in a guy's bedroom.
Right, that's why I'm making it singles for a reason. Because
Okay.
they realized how stupid that got after the first century or so, when they kept having a shit ton of pregnant wizards at graduation. All right, so, you guys are going to go to your first class, which is Lead to Gold, and that is again hosted by Professor Ticklesniff, who is a goblin. And as you guys walk in and sit down at your desks, he looks around you. Hello there, everybody. It's to learn alchemy.
Yay!
Hey!
Everybody's just half asleep. Yay!
I see we have the more exuberant ones, and there's also a man wearing women's underwear on his head, but I'm cool with that. I'm a goblin. We're kind of gross anyway.
You like this guy.
Yeah, he seems like the more fun teacher here. I think I'm gonna like his class.
They don't call me Professor Tinklesniff for nothing.
Oh, this makes sense now. Now me grossed out.
Indeed.
What's
I'm
your
a goblin,
actual
buddy.
name then?
Hey, he didn't judge you, so you don't judge him.
Professor, what's your actual name then?
My original name was Fingerhole, but I changed it.
Oh, I can
That's
see
a
why.
It's a good change.
Yep.
That was a terrible change. That was a great name.
In Goblin Country, it means thou who is endowed, but unfortunately, in modern times, we can't have nice things.
They always kick a man while he's down. Or in this case, a goblin.
I mean, you don't have to kick that much to get him down.
Yeah.
Enough out of you. All right. So, what you will find is we have a little experiment to do today to introduce you kids to something really, really fun. Now, what I have here, and he pulls out a like what looks like a little shrubbery type plant from kind of like about the size of a bonsai tree, but more rounded, out from under his desk, and he puts it on the front. And he looks at everybody and he says, "This is what's called an alchemy tree. Now, what you do with it is you press an element to it, and then you press another element to it, and it turns that thing into the other element. Now, what I want you guys to do is go about the room. There are blocks of various elements from wood to, well, I'm not talking scientific elements, and if anybody makes that mistake, go fuck yourself. It's a fantasy universe. Wood, lead, I learned not to put out the gold one because everybody steals the gold one, and also screw you.
Dang it.
And the silver one too, because that one still costs a good amount of money. Just useless elements. So go out and find 2 different things and try and transform them. And again, I will allow for substitutions if you have something that is not totally horrifying you want to try and do.
All right. Do we have to do a search check?
Yeah.
Yo, does anybody know where I can find a dog?
No.
No,
No.
we're
Not
not
this
going
route.
down that road. The only dog in the room belongs to the other druid, and she will probably eat your face off. All right, so Purity, I got that one. So that's to a random person.
Yeah, so anybody in the group.
All
Give it
right,
to
so we're
someone
gonna
that
do the
hasn't gotten something yet.
We're gonna do the D20 roll again. If it lands on Kim, I'll just re-roll it. So 1 through 4 re-rolls. Everything else is. All right, so that is an 8. That means that's gonna go to Purity.
Wait, didn't she already get it?
Oh yeah, sorry,
no,
Purity,
give it this-
Moko. All right, so you know what? I'm just gonna roll a D4. It's between Arch and Kane.
You could have made your life easier.
I could have. All right, so that's a 2. So 1 and 2 is Arch, 3 and 4 is Kane. So Arch, you're gonna get this one. So what I'm gonna do is roll for that.
All right, sounds good to me.
All right, that came out as a 22. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Okay. So Arch, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna integrate this into your search efforts. So here's what I'm gonna do. Everybody, roll a search check to see if you can find something in the room in order
wait a
to
minute,
use
that's
with your
also-
alchemy experiment.
That also goes with crap.
What is
That would
this?
also
Is
with-
that yeah, that's the skill. That's
I
the...
think I
Nice.
got that
I
right.
got a 1 + 2.
Welcome to the rolls, Kim.
Of course, the barbarian has the highest roll so far. Okay, nope, never mind. I think Mogo just beat you out. And Kane, do you want to roll too to see if you can find an element?
Your Dami mommy and demands it.
Oh, okay, you didn't do much better. What's your
the
search,
bonus
Kane, by the way?
modifier? Yeah, I was about to ask. Is it search?
Yes, it is search.
I get a +5 to that.
All right, so that's a 9. All right, so Moko rolled the highest, followed by Arch, then Purity, then Kane, then Kim. So I'm gonna go do. So what, Moko? What you find is you find underneath a very secret spot in the room. You find a hard brick of Colombian Bam Bam that Professor Ticklesniff has hidden underneath one of his cabinets. And in addition to that, you also find an actual block for the experiment, which is made out of lead.
I'm definitely taking the Bam Bam. That sounds like it's gonna be great.
Yes, you can take the Bam Bam. He doesn't see you take it. Now we're gonna go to Arch.
Question.
Yep.
Quick question. On the PDF you sent me with the character creation, which page was the wizard spells on?
It should be on the second page on the right-hand side. It's under the spells section. Go to the page 2. It should be on the far right-hand side. It says spells.
Right. Let's just see.
Groslab knows the best spells.
Table, character sheet, number, table, 1.
Infinite pickles.
Bard.
Oh, you're looking at the actual spells in the book?
Yeah.
Oh no, the spells you know are in your on your sheet.
Yeah, but I don't remember what half of them do. That's why I want to read off on them.
Oh, I would literally just advise just look it up on Google. It's a lot easier as long as you have the spell name.
Okay.
What spell are you trying to use? I might know what it does.
I'm not trying to use any spell right now. I just like
Oh,
reference
He
later on.
means he's
Okay,
planning
yeah.
something for the future.
Fair enough. Then that is probably what you do. All right, so you get the Columbian Bam Bam and you get a brick of lead.
Yes.
Now, Arch, what I'm going to do with you is, since you rolled the second highest, what you find is you find a brick of titanium and a brick of magically held together mercury.
This sounds
So-
very interesting.
and
Groslab
then- but
am
in
going to.
But in addition to that, while you're looking, you also notice on the wall is hanging a very stylish necktie.
Is it also
Ooh.
Colombian?
No, it is not. You take
Me
the
want
necktie.
necktie. Yes, me
All right,
want
you
necktie.
you put it on.
Me not know how.
You
It's
want me to
already
help
in a
you, big
knot.
guy?
It's already in a knot and a loop. You just have to put it on over yourself.
Me put it on arm.
Okay, that works. All right, so you put it on your arm. I'm not gonna say anything happens at this point. But so what you get is you get the brick of titanium and the brick of the magically held together mercury. So you have that one. Now we're gonna go down to purity is the next one. So you found a brick of wood and a rock.
Ah, damn it. I guess this will work. What'd you find, big
Eh.
guy?
Me found rope on arm, and me found.
Oh, sorry. Are you talking right now?
Were we not supposed to?
No. Arch, you're speaking right now, correct? In character?
Yes.
You have to speak in song. That's what the necktie does. As long as you are wearing the necktie, you have to speak in song.
I almost wish that was given to the cat.
Meow 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 meow.
I'm torn between wanting to stick to this bit and wanting to fucking punch something.
Go for it, you coward. Don't
Oh, but I
punch the
no.
fiance. Go punch a pillow.
Oh God. So me and he just kind of like looks around for a second, just like thinking about what the hell just happened of like singing a note. And he just shake his head and like start taking the necktie off.
Okay, you take it off. You can keep that in your inventory and put it on somebody else if you wish.
Don't you
But
come
that
near
is
me.
what it does. And it is called the necktie of song.
Me hate this thing.
Yeah, big guy. I don't. Nice singing. Why did you sing?
Me not know. Me just overtaken by the feeling, me guess.
Maybe we'll take some music classes as extracurricular.
There are no music classes at Spellweaver Academy.
Oh, I just wanted
They
to have
don't do
fun
any of that
torturing
pussy shit.
him.
You may not notice, me actually wonderful ballroom dancer.
Oh, you got to show me that later, big guy.
Okay. All right, so you guys have your stuff. Now we're going to go to Kane because Kane was the next highest. Kane, what you find is you find a piece of a rock, basically a brick of iron. And then the other thing you find is another brick of iron. So you managed to find two of the same element in the room where you weren't supposed to.
Fuck.
And Kim, because you rolled a 1, you found a cardboard box and a bag full of poo.
Well, I'm definitely taking the bag full of poo and touching the plant with it.
Okay, you can do that. All right, so everybody has gathered their stuff together. So Professor Ticklestiff looks at all of you and says, all right, everybody come up to the plant. And the way it works is you touch one element to the plant, and then another element to the plant, and the second element becomes the first element. So, if any of you would like to experiment, please feel free to come up.
I'm going to step up.
All right, so what are you going to press to it? What are you going to turn into what? Because right now you have the wooden one and the rock, correct?
Yep. I'm going to touch
All right,
the
so what are you gonna
wood
press?
to it and then the rock.
All right, so you press the wooden block to it, and then you touch the rock to it. And as you do that, the rock transforms into a ball of wood.
Neat.
So now you basically just have, like, a croquet ball in your hand.
I'm gonna toss it at a student.
Which one?
Can I roll just to see what rando gets hit?
If you want to roll an attack roll, or roll me a dexterity check to throw it first off to see if you don't just, like, spike it into the ground.
Okay. That's +2. I am a gnome, so I am tiny.
Yeah, but your strength should be, your strength and dex should be normal. Okay, yeah, no, so you're going to be able to chuck it. So what I'm going to have you do is, I'm going to have you roll a d20, and it's divided up among 4. So 1 through 5 is Kim, 6 through 10 is Arch, 11 through 15 is Kane, and 16 through 20 is Moko.
I'm gonna yell catch.
You're going to yell catch. Okay, so, and this is going to, oh god, so this is going to Arch? I believe is who I said was 6 through
I think
10?
so.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because it was
Even
Kim,
if it hits
Arch,
him, he
Kane,
won't even
yeah,
notice.
Kim, Arch, Kane, Moko. So yeah, it's going to Arch. So Arch, she's going to throw that over to you, so I'm going to have you roll a reflex save.
Oh God. That's not
Okay.
bad.
Damn.
So she throws the wooden ball at you, and you catch it in your hand very easily before it hits you, and look at it. And it's very, very beautiful. It's like a billiard ball. It's all shiny.
Nice catch, big guy.
Oh, thank you. This am very pretty. Me turn this to pickle.
What?
Okay, you're up next.
Can you?
I pull
Oh,
out a
God.
pickle and I take the orb and I touch the pickle and then the orb to turn it into a pickle.
You turned the sphere into a pickle sphere. It is now edible as a pickle.
Yeah, and start eating it.
You eat both the pickle you got out of the infinite pickle jar and the round pickle that you transform the ball into. The Professor Ticklestiff looks up at you and says, "You know what? I did the same exact fucking thing when I first learned how these plants worked. I can't fault you for that. Except mine was a burrito."
Burrito.
Oh, for a second there, I thought it was muted. Yes, a burrito. All right, so Purity did hers, Arch did his. Kane, Kim, or Moko, who wants to go next?
I can go next if everybody doesn't wanna.
Okay, you can go next. So you have literally the 2 bars of iron.
Can I make steel?
Try it.
All right. What would that be a roll for?
It's not a roll. You just touch one to the. You touch one iron bar to it, and then the other iron bar to it, and it does an automatic transformation. So the
Oh,
way
let's
that
do
the
it.
plant works is you touch one thing to it, and then you touch another thing to it, and it transforms the second thing into the first thing.
What the fuck?
Because it's an alchemy plant. Those actually do exist in world, by the way. That's not something I made up.
Well, then let's do it. Let's see what happens.
All right, so you press one iron bar to it, and then you press the second iron bar to it, and you notice that the second iron bar seems to become beefier. It doubles in weight, but it is still made of iron. So you basically have like a 30-pound iron bar in your hand.
Damn.
That's fucking heavy, dude.
Yep. So you have that. So he kind of looks at it. He's like, most kids don't go with the whole, I'm going to try and turn something into exactly what it is. But I'll give you credit for actually giving it a shot. All it does really is just double the second thing in size.
At least it looks cooler now.
So theoretically, if we find gold and use gold on gold, it makes bigger gold?
Yeah, but it
Oh,
only
so
will.
that's the same amount of gold.
That creates inflation.
No, because it's still the same amount. You're just putting if you have 5 and 5 together, you're just making 10.
Yeah, no. He's joking as inflation, like monetary inflation,
Oh.
like government inflation. That joke. All
Kenny,
right,
you're a good
so
boy.
all right, so honestly, being the drug dealer, he would probably be the most economically sound out of the group of you. And probably the best at chemistry. All right, so Kane, you just made a fatter iron bar, so now it's either Moko or Kim.
I'm gonna use this as a weapon.
Moko, you
maybe.
can
I
make
mean,
so
I'll go.
much weed theoretically.
Screw that.
All right, who wants in?
I'll go.
All right. So Kim's gonna go up. You have a cardboard box and a bag of poopy. So
I mean, I have a dog, so I'm actually used to handling bags of poo. So without any difficulty, I'm able to open the bag and not touch the poo itself. And I put the cardboard first, then the poo.
the poo then turns into cardboard. However, it still smells like shit.
Stinky cardboard.
Yep. He looks at you and says, "Well, you know, I was thinking of throwing out that box, and the poo is actually from my pet homunculus, but whatever."
Smells like home.
Yeah, basically. I mean, most goblin societies don't have anything in terms of what you civilized people would call a bathroom. It's mostly just let it fall where it falls.
Well, I look at the teacher and I'm like, hey, I have a dog. This is way better than the alternative.
This is very true. Yeah, take him. He feeds the dog a milk bone. Very good. Now the lazy one in the back with the women's underwear on your head. Get up here.
Okay. I'm just can I use move silently?
Yes.
All right.
However, he is looking at you, so you're gonna have to roll pretty high. Or do you want to do it while Kim is doing her little thing, and then I can say that he's distracted?
Nah.
Nope, you
He's
rolled in
just
that one.
So
Okay,
damn
so
stoned he thinks he's being sneaky.
yeah, no, it's basically like that thing like Cartman did in that episode where he thought he was invisible. Like, you're just kind of doing that through, like, the classroom until you reach the front, and he sort of looks at you, he's like, "You're the special one, aren't you?"
We have a lot of those in this class.
Yeah, but he's the one that's on the special stuff on top of it. Okay, touch your things to the tree, and let's see what you get.
I am gonna use the Colombian Bam Bam first, and then I'm gonna use the cat.
I'm
What?
sorry, you're going to... I need to
I'm
look
gonna make
something
a
up.
weed cat.
I need
I'm
to look
gonna
something
make
up
it.
before you do this.
That's terrible,
Weed cat.
Moko.
Moko, what does what's the actual cat called? Like, it's an ethereal something, or is it just like...
He's called Muffin Top.
So, yeah, but as a familiar,
Yeah,
it's not a
familiar.
specific kind. It's not. It just says cat. It doesn't say specifically anything involving it with magic.
No, it's just a familiar that's a cat.
Okay,
No.
well then you're going to murder your pet. Because as soon as you touch that, and then Muffin Top looks at you and kind of looks at the tree and realizes that you're about to ask it to do something stupid and says no.
Run, cat, run.
Oh. Then I'm gonna use the gold band instead.
Yo, you're going to take the gold band off of the cat and use that instead to change the gold band into Colombian Bam Bam?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what you do. You touch the Colombian Bam Bam to the tree. And by the way, Professor Ticklesniff notices this and he says, "Look, as long as I get it back after class, I don't give a shit what you do with it." And then after that, you take the ring off of the cat, which now causes it to stop having an erection, which it's very happy about. And you press the ring. Now, the ring doesn't appear to actually change physically, which is different than what has happened before. However, you may be able to put it on and have something else happen.
Weed erection?
I'm gonna hand it to Professor Ticklesniff.
Huh. You know, I've never really tested this thing with magical equipment before. I'm kind of curious what's going to happen. Hang on. So Professor Ticklesniff puts the ring on. And after he puts the ring on, he then proceeds to get a massive magical erection, as is supposed to happen with the ring. However, after a second, you also see a giant plume of white powder explode from his pants. God!
What the hell?
Okay, I figured out what it does. He then takes off the ring and puts it on the table. It's like, I wouldn't advise using that. It's very painful. Oh God, I'm going.
Professor, are you okay? Did we get A's today?
Yeah, sure. Just get the hell out. I need to curl up under my desk for a while.
I'm gonna pat him on the shoulder and then cast touch idiocy.
Okay.
I
Hang on a
told you
second.
he was planning shit earlier.
That's 5 damage to his what is it?
His
Wisdom,
intelligence.
intelligence, and charisma.
Yeah, his wisdom, intelligence, charisma. All right, you have made him substantially dumber than what he was. And he now just kind of curls up under the desk, like sucking his thumb, having a really bad trip at the moment. He's not having a good time, but I think he'll be fine by tomorrow. I'd say that's your introduction to alchemy class done with. So now we're gonna go to the next class, since you guys have filtered out through that insanity. Anybody who wants to donate, by the way, good time if you're feeling like donating for another item.
Go
Because
for
again,
it, guys.
we do have a large amount on the list.
Those on Kick, you can sub. That'll count as your donation. You can also use Streamlabs. If you're on YouTube, you guys got your super chat, or you become a member. If you're on Twitch, you got a whole bunch of ways to do this, and if I have to explain it, you're new. I'm lazy, okay? Oh, we've got 300 bits, so you can pick 3 people to give items to. Oh God. Or do you want to
Was
make
it-
that a
was it-
super?
on your
I thought it
on
was
your stream
300.
it says 300 bits for one item.
All right, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm an idiot. Oh, wow. I am stupid, and I've let people get away with shit.
All right. Well, that still counts as one. So, what do you want to put out there? Because it's automatically going to go to Kane because he doesn't have another one.
Also, check your Patreon. Oh, you didn't.
What
I'm
happened?
gonna count that, by the way, if you want to pick a person. If you did what I think you did.
Yeah, no. If you want to pick somebody, that's fine. How much did they donate?
Yeah, no, they get to pick 2 people. They
Okay.
get to pick 2 people.
All right. So who do you want to pick?
Go for it, man. Raziel gets to pick 2 people. Apu gets to pick somebody.
Okay. I would advise that one of them be Kane, just because he hasn't gotten a second one yet.
Yeah.
Anybody else is up for grabs.
It takes a minute or 2 for it to go through.
Nope, that's fine. And while that's happening, I will tell you guys that your next class is going to be in medicine.
Hopefully I get a map.
All right,
And this
so-
is probably going to be the more horrifying part of this entire thing.
I will
Apu picked
be a
random
doctor.
person.
All right, random person is going to be Kane.
Yep.
So Kane, you'll get one for that, and then the other 2 will be whoever Raz picks. Get out of here.
I am a surgeon.
Okay.
Purity
Now I got
and
a
Kim.
song in my head. Thank you.
So Purity and
Like a
Kim was chosen.
surgeon.
Yep.
Okay, so Purity and
Simply
Kim, you guys
terrible.
are going to get that. All right, so Kane, I'm going to do yours first because you guys are going to just kind of find the stuff wandering through the hallway, basically. So I'm going to roll a D100 for Kane, and we will see what he gets. 56. I don't think we've gotten that one yet.
Love to see it.
All right, let's see here. What is 50?
I mean, after last time, I don't know.
Oh, this is fun. Okay. So Kane, as you're walking through the hallway, you notice that kind of just rolling around near one of the trash cans it looks like a glass sphere filled with a greenish looking gas.
What the fuck is that?
Do
I'll
you
pick it
pick
up.
it up and examine it?
Oh yeah, I would take it.
All right, you take the sphere. You look at it, and it just looks like a normal glass sphere, but inside it does have kind of a whirling, like, greenish cloud look to it. It's definitely magical, you can tell that, but
Can
you
I
just
do,
don't
like, an
know exactly what the
investigation
green
check?
gas does.
Can I do like an investigation check or anything like that?
You can do a spellcraft check if you want to see what it actually does.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that.
Are you away from the mic, or are you just talking softly?
Just talking softly.
Okay.
I think he's still a little tired.
Oh, let's
Oh, you know
go.
what? It's a 20. I'll fucking count it. I don't care if it got hung up. Okay. So, Kane, what you found is actually a stink bomb. So,
God.
it is a single use. When you break it, it provides a stink bomb in a 30-foot radius in all directions around where the sphere breaks. And everybody must pass a minimum of a DC 12 saving throw for Constitution, or they will vomit.
Oh, this thing is gonna be evil.
Oh
Okay.
man, I have been given a power.
So, Kane, you can put that's just known as stink bomb. You can put that in there. Again, it has a 30-foot radius in all directions. If it's broken, you will be affected by it as well if you are within the radius. So now we're going to do Purity and Kim. So Purity, Purity, lucky number 13. Let's see what this is. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I feel like I made this one bad. Okay. Oh, you're going to love this. You're going to love this. So, Purity, as you're walking down the hallway, you see kind of jammed in another trash can is a statue. It looks like a statue of like a ruby statue of a chicken.
The hell? All right. Let me do a search. Give me a second. So it's search.
Well, no, you need to do a spellcraft check if
Sorry,
you
I
want to
meant
find out what it
spellcraft.
does.
I
Yep.
meant spellcraft. It's spellcraft is plus that, and then what else?
Nothing. It's just whatever your spellcraft skill level is, which I
Okay.
believe yours is a +5. It's already calculated on there for you. Then you just roll the d20.
Whoop, wrong button. Damn it, that was 17 too. That's
Okay,
good enough.
that's a 19. That's still acceptable. All right, so Purity, you figure out after a second of fooling around with the statue, you realize that it's actually a summoning totem. Now, how this works is you place it on the ground and you snap your fingers, and a massive ruby chicken that weighs 250 pounds, has an HP of 22 and an AC of 10, and it also has a +4 to hit with a peck attack of 1d6 damage, emerges and looks at you and kind of rubs its face up against the side of your little gnome body since it now dwarfs you. You can ride it.
How'd you know that's what I was gonna ask?
Because you're a gnome.
I'm gonna pet it and hop onto its back.
You do that, that will stay summoned for 24 hours, and then you can resummon it if needed.
Yay! Thank
It
you,
is an
Chad. I
infinite
have a
summon.
pet now. I'm gonna write that down.
It is an infinite summon unless it's basically you have to wait. If it's destroyed, you will have to wait 24 hours to resummon it. But you have a ruby chicken. And it is known as the ruby chicken. I will DM you the stats for it so you can write those down for yourself.
I'm writing.
And now I have to do Kim's. So let us see here. All right, that one's a 55, which I know we haven't gotten that one yet.
All right, let me copy that.
Okay, this is just Kim. You get something to add to your wand collection.
Really?
So you find a magical wand that's just sort of jammed in another trash can. There's a lot of magical items just
That's
jammed
just
in
kind of
trash cans.
funny because I know she
in this
actually has
thing.
a wand collection.
So you see a wand sticking out of the trash.
I definitely am gonna do spellcraft.
Okay, you can do a spellcraft roll. Okay, you guys are all rolling really good today. All right, so you take out the wand, and after a moment of examining it, you realize that the only thing the wand does is it can cast Produce Water in a Stream. It's a squirt gun wand.
I have competition.
Use that
I
with my
see how it is.
toilet.
Yeah, no, you can. Cat
Fire
link.
in spurts.
It does have a very floofy butt. Yes,
You're
it
getting
does.
a really weird combination.
All right, so that I think that takes care of all the items for right now. So we can continue to the next class. So the next class is going to be medicine, and more specifically, it is going to be reattaching severed limbs with Cleric Rathmar. And Rathmar is a dragonborn, by the way. So Cleric Rathmar looks out at you as you're all kind of sitting down. He takes a particular note of Arch because he likes his muscles. And he looks
and
out.
like muscles too.
How much do you bench, kid?
Me no no. Me think big number though.
We'll have to
It's
try
more
that.
than fingers on hand.
We'll have to try that out sometime. All right. Everybody's in here for the reattaching severed limbs class of medicine. Now, I know a lot of you do not see Dragonborn on a regular basis, and Dragonborn clerics as well. However, I have a very specific method of teaching. Now, in order to test this, in order to properly demonstrate, I'm going to need a volunteer. I will pick randomly if nobody volunteers.
Groslab raises his hand.
I was hoping for somebody a little more stringy, but fuck it, you can come up here.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna head up to the front.
Good luck, big
Okay.
guy.
All right. So the professor looks out at everybody.
Now, I will ask you first of all, what do you think you should do if somebody has a severed limb?
Pray that there's a healer around.
Correct answer if you're an incompetent boob, but not here. Next.
Put it on ice.
You're
Try
getting
and
closer.
reattach it.
Sorry, the weirdo in the back. What did you just say?
Try and reattach it.
There you go. Finally, somebody with some, well, I would say common sense, but this is also academia, so fuck it. All right. Anybody else got a question? What about you and the cat there?
Moko, he's talking
What?
to you.
Is 11
That
plus
is, I'm
5.
sorry. Given your character, that is the perfect reaction. Is the pause and then what? I'm just gonna leave it there. He's just gonna go.
All right. Now, does anybody here already know any healing spells?
I timidly raise my hand.
Good, at least somebody came prepared. Now, you're gonna have to try and reattach this man's severed limb.
As
done
this
it a bunch
happens,
of
he hold
time.
Art. Huh?
I'm just gonna yell. She's done it a bunch of times. Trust me.
All right. So he looks over at Arch and he says,
Hold your arm out, big guy,
I
And
just hold it out. It's like
and
fucking
don't move
massive.
it for any reason.
Okay,
right.
me try.
all right. He then takes out a magically enchanted red flaming sword and immediately severs your arm. It is extremely painful.
Me not sure this on syllabus.
All right, now one of you idiots has to come up here and reattach his arm.
I'm just gonna yell, big guy. When did you learn a word like syllabus?
What that tastes like?
And that's exactly what I was expecting.
I was assuming he was going to mix it up for syphilis, but yes. All right, so somebody has to go up there and reattach Arch's arm.
I go up there since I think I'm the only one who has any healing ability.
I'm gonna go up
That's
to help
probably
too
true,
because I want to
considering
actually
Purity
learn.
didn't get any.
Fuck off! I will learn some eventually. I can bring
So-
his dead arm back though.
What's the spell called? One
Oh
second,
my
I'm
god!
looking
Can
at
I
it.
cast that right now? Just to
Cure
be
minor
enhanced?
wounds?
You could make his arm undead if you wanted to, yeah.
Okay, okay. What do I have to roll for that?
It's an automatic.
I'm going to totally cast it while she's getting ready to heal it.
Okay, Arch, so that also means that because you're casting it, I believe you also have control over it.
I'm gonna make it
Since
do a
it,
little
since it
dance.
doesn't technically have sentience since it's not attached to him anymore. Also,
make it dance
Arch,
around.
as this is happening, the Professor Rathmar takes off his belt and puts it around your arm to stop the blood flow, as well as giving you a lollipop.
What flavor lollipop depend on what me not punch you in face?
Would you punch him in the face if it was root beer flavored?
No.
He gives you a root beer flavored one.
The pause in
flavored
that where he had
candy
to
is
think
goated.
about it.
So he hands you the root beer flavored lollipop and has you sit down and wait while they fight over your arm. So, Kim, as you go up to the arm to begin the process of trying to make sure that you get it back onto Arch's body, it then immediately springs to life. Purity, you can make it do whatever you want.
I'm just gonna make it way better.
Me swear me not do that.
I'm just in the back giggling, making it dance around.
I look at it, and then I look at her, and then I look at the teacher. I'm like, seems like she volunteered first. And I start to back up and go sit down.
Oh, this is about all I can do for him.
Well, that's not really what I asked you to do. But it is still alive. You still have to reattach it to him.
I'm gonna walk over. So, I don't know any healing spells. I'm a good cleric.
You don't know any healing spells, and you claim to be a good cleric. You also immediately went to necromancy. Sounds suspect to me.
Yeah, teach, your job is to teach me healing spells.
My job is to teach you how to reattach a severed limb.
That works too.
All
That's considered
right.
healing.
Okay, since everybody in the rest of the class appears to be useless except for the one with the dog and the one that can do necromancy, I'm going to reattach this myself. So what he does is he goes over to Arch, he pulls off the tourniquet, and he immediately slams the severed limb back into place and uses a healing spell to reattach it to his arm. However, Purity, you do still currently have control of that arm since it's undead.
I'm just gonna let him do it, and I'm gonna take notes. I'm
If-
gonna have the
so the
arm
way this
giving
is
like the high five, or like.
So by the way, the
thumbs
way
up.
this is going to work is, since it's technically attached to him, unlike Arch's other character, Syra, where he can attach and reattach dead limbs at whim, in this case, he's going to have control over the limb normally, but you have override power on that arm.
I can do awful things.
So if you want the arm to do something, what you'll have to do is you'll have to roll against Arch's, basically you'll have to both do will saves to see who has the higher willpower. To see who has the higher willpower in order to control the arm if you choose to take control of it. Or he can let you.
Okay, I wrote that down.
Okay. Alright, well, I hope everybody actually observed what I did there. So what we do is we put the arm back in roughly the same position, and then we use a healing spell to reattach. So, now that everybody's got that down in their notes, we're going to try a little something different. I want all of you to write down the most horrendous injury that you have ever witnessed and then hand it back into me. We will try to simulate that at some point in the future.
I'm just gonna get a really evil grin on my face.
Alright, so all of you are going to have to write that down. And keep in mind, I will be keeping track of what your answers are.
I know almost everyone in here is gonna go to the same thing, and I hate it.
Really? Because I don't think anyone's going to say mine.
No, you're the only one that probably won't go with something that has to do with a dick.
That is probably
I know these guys well enough.
I mean, honestly, I could see Arch just putting in, like, what just happened. Alright, so that goes for everybody. So, Kane, Moko, Arch, all you guys have to think up the most painful injury that you can think of.
The most painful injury? That's a tough one.
That is not immediately life-threatening.
I mean, self-inflicted or...
As long as it hurts.
So should I just tell you or
Yes.
DM you?
No, you. Everybody can see. You can choose whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter. But as long as you say it, as long as I know it, that's fine.
So are we doing this to ourselves, or we just have to think of it?
You have to think of something that's very, very bad and horrible. That's not immediately life-threatening, and he wants the
pulled
answer.
off very, very slowly.
What is it?
Skin being pulled off very, very slowly.
Yen being what?
Skin.
The skin.
Oh.
I can get worse.
Have you
right.
ever heard about an anal prolapse?
Yes. Okay,
That's
I'm
funny.
gonna put
I
that
was
under
leaning
yours.
towards edging.
I'm just gonna put yours under anal trauma.
The edging isn't an injury, though.
That's why I said
is-
anal
I
It
hate
is
that
to me.
Why does the edging thing have to come up so much?
Okay, I put it under as
Because your
anal
fans are
trauma.
cocks, you know that.
All right. So who else? So we got Arch, Kim, and Kane.
I suppose I can go.
Well, you need to give me an answer.
Yeah, I was like, because nobody else is speaking up. Miem wants stub toe really bad.
Okay, worst stub toe imaginable.
Worst stubtail would.
Your
would be
turn, Kim.
terrible. I cannot lie about that.
Being eaten alive by a pack of wolves.
That's more of a situation of death as opposed to.
Maybe mauled
I
by a
mean,
dog.
being
actual-
devoured alive.
Okay.
That's someone's kink.
Okay, well, I'll see if I can work around that. Okay, and Kane, what's yours?
You take somebody's arm and you spin it all the way around, like 360 degrees.
All right, so I'm just going to put breaking wheel on yours.
I'm fine with that.
All right, so everybody has an answer. He says that is the end of class today. They will reconvene again in a few days for the second part of the class. And now we have your third and final class of the day. And again, in between classes, it is a good time for people to put forward stuff for items.
All right,
So if
guys,
you guys
give
want
her
to
a
put
chance.
forward any more for any mystery items that come in, feel free.
Great. Now the quick kick chat's talking about edging. Thank you.
Mm.
Why that should not come up that much in this group.
I didn't do it. Wasn't me.
That's fair. It wasn't you this time.
So we'll give it a minute or two.
Now that that's taken care of, so we got another item in. So this time it rolled a 35. And so Arch, in between class, you look down on the ground and you see a ring, and it has a purple gem in it.
You already did the purple gem.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
No,
you
and
did.
then doesn't my ring have a purple gem?
I thought your
Yeah,
ring had a red gem.
No, you said purple.
All right, then his ring has a red gem.
Me, I'm getting concerned in picking up random things on floor.
Can he do
But-
a search?
He can do a spellcraft check, but he's also an idiot.
Do you? You'd have to show it to me, big guy, because I don't know you have it. I'm writing on my giant chicken.
That is true.
All right, I want to take this roll just because of how fun this looks. But I am gonna show her after I inevitably
Okay.
fail this.
All right, go make your spellcraft roll. All right, that's actually not terrible. So here's what you can tell. You can tell that the ring is magical, and you can also tell that it's apparently activated by high fives.
Fuck.
Oh no.
You can also, but you can't really tell what it does after that necessarily, like what it pertains after the high five is initiated. But you know that you can tell magically based on your spellcraft roll that that's how it's activated.
Mike, I hate you in advance.
It's not the one you're thinking of. I had multiple rings that work that way.
No, but I know he's going to aim for me.
All right, so do you want to show her the ring and have her examine it to see what it does? Or do you just want to try and like have somebody randomly get high fives?
Please go for a
Oh,
Do
me
it.
am going give high fives to people. Me understand this activate on high five. Only good thing can come from high five.
I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna ride over. Hey, big guy, you like my big old chicken?
Me like chicken very much. One moment, and I turn to somebody who's passing. Go high five.
Okay. I'm gonna roll for them to see if they want to high five you. Although this is college, so it's probably they just kind of walk by you and think you're weird.
Me temporarily wonder if smack to face could be considered high five.
It has to be a willing high five, or
Wouldn't
at least
that be a willing high five? What if he high fives himself?
that's a good question. You could.
That's called clapping, but okay.
It is called clapping, but you could. It's more the intent than the action.
I
Or you
Me-
can try and high five somebody else.
was about to say, me want to chase guy down who not give high five, roll intimidate check, and get him to high five.
Yeah, you could do that. So you want to track that guy down and roll intimidation? Go for it. He's still walking down the hall.
The fucking oh my god! I'm gonna have to take it.
Take what? I
It
don't see a
didn't
roll.
land in the box, and I got a fucking 20.
You know what?
This time.
I trust you. I'll fucking count it.
His reaction was
So,
too general.
You
Was too,
go
like, random.
down. All right, so you follow the guy down and you immediately get in front of him and like pump up your muscles and repeat high five and put your hand up. After this happens, he gives you a high five. Now something extremely random happens. He looks around the room for a second and simply says, I need pancakes. I need as many pancakes as I can find. He then runs away to the cafeteria to presumably go do something with pancakes.
I turned to small penis friend. You like pancakes?
Yeah, they're
Which one
okay.
is your small penis friend?
Me.
Purity.
It's purity.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Okay, never mind.
That's
I
why
remember that
everyone
now.
keeps thinking I'm playing a dude. I'm playing a
Yep,
chick.
I remember that now. Okay. So do you want to examine the ring?
Yeah.
Okay, roll a spellcraft check for me.
Give me a second. That's
Plus 5.
plus 5. Okay. I know numbers.
Small penis friend is girl.
Oh god.
Wow,
yeah.
you
Jesus
rolled a nat
Christ.
20. All right. So purity. What this is called the Ring of Addiction. And what it does is, when somebody uses it, they have to coerce somebody into making a high five. Once the high five is complete, they are then addicted to whatever the user predetermines before the high five. Now, in this case, because Arch did not predetermine something, he was addicted to something random, which happened to be pancakes.
Big guy, you could do some evil things with this and some really funny things to the classmates we don't like.
By the way, I'm asking you a question. Which hand did you put that ring on?
It's on my left hand.
Is that the hand you had cut off?
Yeah.
Then she has partial control over that arm. So if you choose to try and high five somebody with that arm, you will be the one to choose what they are addicted to, because you are making the decision for him.
I'll let him have a say in it too. We'll take turns.
Well, I'm just saying, whoever has control of the arm is the one that makes the decisions for what that is. So normally he has control, but if you choose to take control, then you have the choice.
I'm going to give like a thumbs up with the hand. I'm gonna be like, oh, I can still control this.
Me am suddenly very concerned.
Don't worry, big guy. I won't make you do anything. I like you.
All right, so you guys are now going to your final class of the day, which is conjuring. So this is a little bit of a different one. Hang on a second, I gotta scroll up so I get the appropriate class names. So we just did alchemy led to gold, or we did alchemy led to gold. We did medicine reattaching severed limbs. Now we're going to conjuring. And this is Professor Eldar, a half-elf, and he is going to teach you about the different realms. Because this is conjuring.
Eldar's the space wizards.
Basic. Yeah, but that is his actual name is Eldar. I'll make his name Eldor to not have confusion. So his name is Eldor now.
So he's not from Warhammer then, okay.
No, he is not from Warhammer. So Professor Eldor. So he is going to teach you guys about the different realms that you can summon things from. So there are several different realms that exist in this universe. And basically what he's going to do is he's going to sit you guys down and he's going to look out at you. Now, everybody who is in this class, I would like you to brainstorm to me. Tell me what the different dimensions are, please.
Pancake dimension.
There's a dimension of pointy things.
That is correct. The dimension of sharp objects does exist, and he then writes that out down on the board.
This is out of game. Like, is the pain dimension, is that in this or is that in Pathfinder?
No, the pain dimension is in this.
Okay.
The dimension of sharp objects is the thing that Arch stuck his dick in the rotating dungeon campaign.
That's why I will never forget it.
Yep, the entire dimension is just filled with sharp, sea enemy-like objects that pierce things. All right, so yes, that is one of the dimensions. So he says, good for you. You get a passing grade today. Now for the others. Does any of you want to make a suggestions? The droopy wizard in the back, the stoner, the very, very buff guy, or the wolf girl?
Astral dimension?
Close! We do have the ethereal plane, which works on similar concepts. So I'll write that down. So that's 2 of them. We still have another few left. Kane, you still there?
Girlfriend.
Do you know the Lady of Pain, dude?
Did Kane die?
I don't know, did he? Kane, are you there?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure because I hadn't heard you in a while.
He's being chill.
Oh, you're baked right now, aren't you?
No, actually,
Oh.
I pretty much just got on and then, or I woke up and then got on.
I knew
I will
that's
be
what
afterwards
it was.
though.
I knew you just woke up.
All right. So, if any of you guys want to guess at any other ones, you can. Moko, you asked about the Mistress of Pain.
No, the Lady of Pain.
So Professor Eldor looks over at you and says, "Oh, I used to know a half-orc who worked at a brothel outside the city by that name. I didn't know you visited her too. Does she still use the spiked paddle?"
I don't know, man.
Kinky.
Oh, she got to you, didn't she? Very good. Any other suggestions? We still have 5 to complete.
Was there one? Was there a dimension of fire? Did we do that, or was it water?
I was gonna ask if there was like a hellscape or shadow dimension.
There is a hell dimension. Yes, there is a hell dimension, of course, because everybody knows that hell exists in every universe.
Isn't it called like the 9 hills because there's like 9 planes of it or some stuff?
I think in other worlds this is, but there is actually a hell dimension in the homebrew world,
Nice.
which that is a planned one shot at some point where everybody wants to go to hell.
That is gonna be oh my god, that's when you're
That
gonna
is
be laughing.
3. We are still missing 2. One of them is actually the most obvious.
Oh,
Is
And
there
the
like one of
dimension-
fire or water?
Me
The
raise
hell
hand.
dimension is a fire, yes.
Okay.
The muffin dimension.
I wish that existed. So far, all we have is the local muffin shop.
our dimension.
Thank you! Somebody with a fucking brain in this class. Yes, the normal dimension that we are all living in is one of the many realms, or one of the 5 realms. However, you are missing probably the most underused realm that we have. And since nobody else has decided to answer in the course, I will finish off the list. That is the realm of nothingness. This is also the realm where the rotating dungeon exists.
Oh.
This is out of game. I'm telling you that's that dimension, which I have also referred to by another name that I'm not going to repeat on stream.
I thought. Oh, so we had to enter that to get okay.
Yeah.
Can we make that a spell? Google search. Can we really make that a spell?
That would be amazing.
I want that to be a custom homebrew spell.
There is, I believe in. This is a little bit of a spoiler for later on, but you will be in your final class in spellcrafting will be you crafting a custom spell.
Nice.
So once you guys do get past, and each class has 3. Each subject has 3 classes associated with it that are taught by the teacher. So once you finish that off, you'll be getting kind of like an interesting little thing either way. All right. So he now has all of the realms on there. So he says, now what we're going to do is we're going to observe the realm. So I am going to open a portal to each, and you will be able to look through. Now, please do not jump through the portal. I don't know how many times I've had to tell people this. Do not jump through the portal, because if you do, I will not be able to pull you back unless you have this magical tethering device. And he then pulls out a rock that has a rope tied to it.
I'm gonna look at the stoner. You should totally get your cat to steal the rope and then jump in there and see what's in there.
Oh yeah, fucking Muffin Top going on adventures.
Muffin Top looks up at you and gives you like a little cat salute and is ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you choose to let Muffin Top go through the portal?
Yeah.
Okay. The cat comes up to Professor Eldor and looks at him. And Eldor looks down at the cat. Are you ready, little one? The cat then nods. He ties the rope around the cat's body, so that way it doesn't, he doesn't choke the cat if he throws the cat through the portal. And then the cat proceeds to go through the portal. Now, the first area that he's allowing the cat to go in is not dangerous to the cat, because all it is he's going to the ethereal plane. So the ethereal plane just means that he's like floating in Ghost World. So you watch the cat go in, and you kind of see it like try to swim through the environment, because as a living thing, it just kind of floats around in that universe. And as it's doing that, you kind of see like little like ghostly images of it like float around the room, because the portal is kind of the realms in this universe overlap. So the way that it sort of works is like the ethereal plane exists over the normal world. So he's kind of in the ethereal plane and kind of like crossing over little by little because he's so close to the portal. So you just see like these little shots of a cat just popping up all over the room. You see it like trying to play with a pen on a table, but it can't because it's in the ethereal realm. So its paw just keeps passing through it.
My chicken's just gonna start chasing the images around and pecking at it.
The chicken chases the images around and starts pecking. However, that also leads to it pecking holes in the wall.
Chicken, get back here.
You keep that thing in line, young lady, otherwise you'll be kicked out of this classroom.
It's new. I still gotta train it. Get back here. Come on, Cluck Cluck. Fuck you.
Oh, that's adorable. Oh, that's adorable. Also, you can put it back into the statue at any given time that
Oh,
you
hell
want.
no. This thing stays with me.
All right, fair enough. Okay, so after a little while, he pulls the cat back out of the ethereal realm, and the cat then sits on the table. He looks at the cat. He says, "All right, well, let's see what the cat saw. Everybody look at the screen in the back." So, he magically makes a little like projector screen come down in the back of the room, and you guys all turn around to look at it. And he grabs the cat's head and points it towards the screen and casts a magical spell that shines light out of its eyes. It's acting as like an overhead projector. So you get to see everything the cat saw in the ethereal realm, and it's mostly just like floating purple clouds and ghost shit. And you also see that through the ethereal realm, the cat took a look and saw that Arch still has the pickle jar down his pants.
I think the cat's hungry.
It's possible. It is Muffin Top, so he is stoned like 90% of the time, so he probably does want food. Very, very good. Now the next thing we're going to look at is the Hell Dimension. Now, I'm not going to let anybody pass into this one, because if you do, you will instantly be incinerated, unless you are a damned soul or a devil. Now, nobody here is a tiefling, so I'm not going to expose anybody to that right off. But what you can do is you can throw shit into it.
Hell yeah.
So he basically opens a portal to the Hellscape, or the Hell Universe.
I'm gonna toss the wood that I kept, because I did not give that back to the teacher. You didn't say we had to give it back.
No, you gave it to Arch.
No, I gave the ball. I kept the other piece of wood.
Oh, yeah, you can throw that through if you want.
Hell yeah.
I'm not going to make you roll, because it's just like a little piece of wood. So you toss it through, and like after you toss it through, you see it light on fire, and then immediately turn to ash before it hits the ground.
Cool.
Now remember, when opening portals, most of the time, any kind of dangerous energy is kept on whatever side it originated from. So, because the Hell Dimension is, very, very hot, most of that heat is going to stay on the other side of the portal. Now, if you were a dumbass and decided to stick, parts of your body through, then they would be affected by it. But on this side of the portal, where it's nice and safe, they will not be. Does anybody else want to throw something through? Preferably something not living.
What about something that was alive? Holds up a piece of raw meat.
Go for it! All right.
So she tosses a piece of the leftover steak from the breakfast from her wolf.
Okay, so you toss the steak through, and you watch the steak as it travels through the air, lights on fire, cooks to perfection, and then lands on the ground before turning into a very, very crispy piece of meat.
Interesting.
I guess we found a new way to barbecue if we really wanted to.
Oh, it's great for marshmallows. Try this. So the teacher takes out a metal rod with an insulated handle and puts a couple of marshmallows on the end of it. He then sticks it through very quickly and pulls it back. And in the very short amount of time he had it through there, it actually cooked the marshmallows to perfection.
Want take stick from Professor.
Can we make s'mores, Professor?
Of course. I don't do this for shits and giggles. What do you think of me? He snaps his fingers and some graham crackers and chocolate appear. He then proceeds to give you all s'mores and say that is your class for the day.
Okay, this is absolutely my favorite class.
I was about to say, before we leave, can I use Mage Hand and try grab a
roast
rock from
pickles?
Hang on a second. Moko, what are you going to use Mage Hand for?
Just grab a hill rock.
Okay. So you have enough reach with that. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you roll dexterity to grab a hell rock and then bring it back through, because you're just going to kind of be feeling around with it for the most part.
2. Fuck.
Yeah,
I've
good enough.
also never had a s'more in my entire life.
Good enough. All right, so you reach your hand through the portal and grab probably about like a tennis ball sized hell rock off the ground. You bring it through, and it appears to be smoking in the mage hand. However, since it's a magical hand, it's not affected by burning. So the Professor Eldor looks at you. He's like, "Somebody had enough sense to use a magical hand instead of their own. You get a nice little star for today, gentlemen. You get a nice star for today, and volunteering your pet to go to the ethereal realm, even though you probably mentally scarred the shit out of it.
Yeah, dude.
Good work there. Although please, for the love of God, don't put that down on my desk.
Can you put it in your bag of holding?
Oh, for God's sake, hang on a second. He uses produce water on a trash can and fills it with water. Dip it in there so it doesn't burn anything on fire, and then put it in your bag.
Okay. I
So,
kind of hoping for, I guess, the Lagmite or something, because then I could turn it into a bong. A Hellfire bong.
She's
I'll
never
allow
had
that.
a s'more.
I'll
Yeah,
allow
they're
that.
freaking out over that in the chat rooms.
Nice, this.
This is what
I
happens.
can have a Hellfire ball. Hellfire bong. Yeah.
Yes, I will allow you to craft that. Later on, I will after this class, I will allow you to roll a crafting check to craft that into a Hellfire Bong. And by the way, that will make the weed twice as effective. Which means you'll be taking a -2 to your Constitution rolls if you smoke out of it.
Extra potent. It's gonna be
Yep.
great.
Probably sell
All
that
right.
thing
So
for a nice chunk too.
all right, so that is the end of the class. You guys can file out now, and that is your last class of the day. So what I'm going to do, Moko, is you can roll a craft check. It'll just be a general craft check, unless you have specifics in crafting, like stone or something like that.
Nah, but I did have a +3 modifier, so.
Okay. So, all right, so here's what you do. So basically what you do is you core out the center of the stalactite, and you take off the end of it. And you basically do kind of a similar thing with like an apple bong, where you have like a few things stuck into it, but you do manage to make it into a bong. So you can smoke out of it if you wish.
Nice.
So now that
And
you've
pass
done,
it around, of course.
oh, of course, yes, to whoever requires it. So do you guys all want to smoke right now, and then we will go to your little mission of the overnight?
Y'all want to get stoned? I feel like maybe we should have our senses for this.
It is completely up to you.
I
I
am
think
for
Moko
once
doesn't
not
have
going to get
senses
stoned.
regardless.
Yeah, I'm gonna take an ounce of golden bear and like light it out in the bong.
All right, you do that. You're going to take a -2 to the Constitution save.
How do I set it to minus on the thing?
You could just do it manually too. It's up to you, but I think it's the same thing as like just. Yep.
See, it's 0, but and then a -2.
Yep.
So that should be.
Ooh, all right. Well, you're
Okay,
gonna
on
be
a
out. You're gonna be out, but I'm gonna say the cat can like drag you wherever you actually need to be, until you wake up. All right. So now that that's happened, we're going to go to the mission
oh.
part. What's up?
As you just said, I'm asleep right now.
You are, yes, but the cat will be able to bring you places.
Yeah, but I am still also wearing the undergarments.
Oh, I forgot you still have those on. Oh, you're gonna be screaming. All right. So here's what's gonna happen, Moko. I'm gonna have you roll. I'm gonna have you roll a will save to see if you can, if you start screaming from the nightmares.
My will is +11. God dang.
Yeah, will saves are usually pretty good.
Nat 1. Nah, there's a 14.
All right. So technically, I believe I said it was a DC 12 that you had to pass.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say that even you did pass it. However, you're still gonna be kind of restless, so you're gonna be kind of like shifting around while you're sleeping. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be kind of like the kind of like noises that are coming out of you every once in a while, but that's gonna be about it. So the cat's gonna drag you to where you gotta go. For everybody else, you guys are going to be meeting up with Boggle at the or Bogley. At the actually, what did I name him last time? I thought
I
it was.
think it was Bogley or it was Boggle.
Okay,
Yeah, I thought
that's
it was
what I
Boggle.
Yeah, I couldn't remember because I fucked up the name at the beginning of the other one. It was originally supposed to be Bogley, but I said Boggle and I just went with it, so I had it written down as Bogley. All right, so Boggle is waiting for you. So he's kind kind of posted up outside of the Spellweaver library now that everything's sort of shut down. You guys don't really have to be in for a while, but the public building sort of shut down around a certain time at night. So he's waiting for you outside as you guys sort of approach, and Moko is being dragged by the cat. Good. I'm glad you made it. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm just gonna be chilling out on my chicken while he does all the work.
I feel like that's going to be a bit of a hard thing to get through the library stealthily.
Fine, I'll put him back in his statue. Come on, Cluck Cluck, back in the statue. I'll put the statue back in my bag. And now I gotta walk. I'll take you
All
out
right.
later, Cluck Cluck.
All right, so Cluck Cluck is back inside your bag of holding in statue form, so he's going to shut up for a while you're doing this. Everybody else, are you guys ready to roll some stealth checks to get to the library? Because you have to sneak past the goblin janitor named Zip.
Not a janitor.
What is stealth considered?
Move silently.
Move silent.
Okay.
Wait. Oh,
Wow.
there it is. Oh, yeah, this is not good.
Damn.
I don't have a good feeling about this.
So that's a 2?
Ooh,
Oh, that's not bad, actually. Never
okay.
mind.
That's a fucking 30. Holy fuck.
Yeah, I know, because yours,
Which number
yours
do
is
I look at,
busted.
Mike?
Yeah, I don't know fucking know how the fuck I got it to 12.
I got a 7.
Which number do I look at? Because there's a bunch of numbers.
It's only the number that is in the... it's only
It's
the
under
number
the
that's in the...
total.
It's the number that's in the box.
Because yeah, okay. Because I have that, and then I have another, and then I have a +2 for ability modifier.
Yeah, no. The number in the box is the accumulation
Okay.
of all of the other numbers. So you only pay attention if you're rolling to the number that's in the box. And for you, it's a +4. That is a 20. All right, Kim, do you get any additions to that?
I got a 7.
All right, so you're the one that is the least stealthy. Everybody else doesn't seem to have a problem. All right, so and also I'll roll for Boggle.
That one.
All right, Boggle also does not have a problem. So Kim, you're the only one. So everybody else is very easily able to sneak past the janitor, except for you. So one of your wolves accidentally tips over a pile of books that some stupid mage was studying from earlier in the day, and he didn't put away. So the janitor looks over at you and says, "Hey, you're not supposed to be in this building after dark.
really
What are you
quick,
doing?"
Can I use my ring to like throw the voice of the insult like somewhere else for the janitor to hear?
It says you can cast it, so you can cast it on objects if you wish.
All right, I'm gonna look at her, and then I'm gonna cast it on like a bookshelf that's away, so that he'll go over to it.
Okay, you're gonna cast. All right, I need to get out my vicious mockery spell list.
Yeah, saying stuff like not even Nambla would want you. Stuff.
Oh God.
No, we're not. It's... All right, let's see here. All right, so Purity, you cast that on. Hang on a second. Okay. So you cast that on a bookshelf on the opposite side of the room as Zip starts to confront Kim's character, and you hear from the other side of the room, "You're as dumb as a bag of bullfrogs, and your handshake is just as damp." And as that insult comes out, Zip sort of looks over and says, "Oh, God damn it, there's another one. You stay there. I gotta go. Oh, God damn it.
Once he's away, I'm gonna
Stupid
motion.
goddamn
for Kim to come
kids."
over.
So do I roll for stealth again as I take off?
I'm not
Fuck it,
gonna
not.
make you roll for stealth because he's gonna go off. I'll have you roll more as a thing just to see if you can get to the point, even though he's kind of off on his own.
Oh.
Ooh, God.
Somebody asked this question in the thing, so you might want to answer it.
What happened?
Somebody asked, will the nightmares cause him to physically debuff when he wakes up?
No. They just cause him to have horrible nightmares. That's
Okay.
it. It doesn't cause a debuff.
That one.
Can I just drag her ass over here?
Yeah, you can. I'm gonna say at this point, she's just kind of like because she doesn't know what you did, so it's just kind of like who the fuck else is in here, kind of thing.
I'm
while
gonna
she's-
whisper to Groslab. Groslab, just grab her, please.
I
Gosh.
I'm just gonna
Put her
like
over here.
reach behind her and lift her up and then bring her.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna say, yeah, you grab her and lift her up. So you guys have now moved out of the area in general, and you're moving down into the basement with Boggle. So hang on a second. So you sent me something before. So
Yeah,
somebody's
no, I
getting.
asked you the question.
No. But I saw something else on there that said like subscriber or something.
Yeah,
so do
no,
I need to do-
for some reason it copied like that. It was supposed to be just the question, but it copied his whole thing, which is showing.
Okay, so I don't need to do an item right now.
No, not yet. They're not torturing you yet.
Okay. All right. So, if that's the case, then we will continue on. So, basically, what happens is after you guys get past Zip, you get down into the lower area of the library, and you start looking around. And it's basically this is an entire room that's kind of just there hasn't been much action in it for a while. It's a private archive. There's a lot of bookshelves. There's a lot of like spider webs and stuff. And you notice specifically in the back of the room is a door with 3 locks on it.
Ooh, I think I have lock picking.
I was about to say, I'm just gonna go up and I'm gonna cast Milv's Acid Arrow at it and hope I hit.
It's an inanimate object, so I'm not gonna have you roll to hit on that.
Well, you're still asleep, right?
Well, yeah, actually, sorry, he is still asleep. So the stealth roll is mainly for the cat, but you're attached to the cat. So Moko, I'm gonna have you roll a Constitution save to see if you wake up.
Is that still with a minus or?
No, it's just gonna be just
Okay.
roll whatever it is with your Constitution. You do not wake up. You're still passed out, so you're not picking any locks.
I'm not gonna use Acid Arrow on it then.
Nope. You're not using that arrow. You're not picking any locks. So
Him and I are just rolling like champs.
yep. Well, at least you're conscious. All right.
We'll
so
see for how
What will
long.
lock picking be considered?
lock picking is I'm pretty sure lock picking
Open
is already
lock.
still on there. Yeah, open lock.
Oh, I am total. Can I roll for it?
Yes, you can. All right. So you approach with the lockpicks, and as you get closer to the door begins to talk to you. These locks cannot be picked. Only can this door be opened if 3 magical conditions are met.
Yeah, sure. I can't just shove these into you.
If you do, I will electrocute you to death.
Okay, you know what? Never mind.
The first ingredient is ectoplasm. The second is the blood of a deep gnome. And the third is a unicorn horn.
I'm gonna turn over.
Bring me these 3 things to unlock these 3 locks, and I will open for thee.
Can I just offer you gold?
I do not require monetary compensation, for I am a door.
Then why do you
I
need the
got something I
unicorn
can
horn?
fit into that lock.
Because I was enchanted by a former archmage to only open under these conditions.
I might
Damn
know the guy.
archmages.
Yes, you do know the archmage. You do, Kane. So does Arch.
So
It
I
is
have
that-
to be let down at this point too.
It is that archmage that caused that door to be fucking.
Well, you know, if it's him that locked something behind it, there's something good back there.
Or horrible, but yes.
Fucking
Me
yeah,
sorry,
if
dog
he-
friend. Me put down.
If he wants
Thank you,
ectoplasm,
Groslab.
give me 15 minutes alone in the corner. I'll give him a lot of ectoplasm and gender fluid.
Ew.
I'm gonna bubble.
okay.
I hope you brought the items.
I didn't even know this thing was here. I thought this was just a library with a bunch of, dirty books and stuff in it.
Hmm.
This is different.
We're gonna
I
have to
wonder
get
if we can get these things together and see what's behind this door.
Well, that or try
Do
to
you have
destroy
any
these
hints,
locks.
store?
All you need to do is gather the ingredients. I am not a wishing troll or a crystal ball.
So
Me
we gotta.
think door very snarky.
Most magical objects are snarky.
Indeed. We could stay here and talk. It's been a while. I don't have many friends.
Do they let
Door,
you?
you and Pickle-
The other doors don't talk to me anymore. Or ever, really.
Do they let you read books or do anything?
I do not have eyes.
Wow, your life sucks. Maybe we can magic you some eyes or something. Hey, if we take you off, why don't we just carry you with us? Then you'll have a life.
The entire door is unfortunately fused with the magical locks. To remove me is to also remove the locks.
Oh, yeah, you're screwed. Sorry, buddy.
Now, if you have nothing else to give me, I will go back to my solitary, painful life.
Do you want us to kill you when we're done, by the way, so that you don't have to suffer anymore?
It's not suffering, it's just endless boredom.
That feels like suffering.
For some.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Or
over to
I
Bob.
have never known the taste of a sandwich. Or the brightness of the sun.
Wait, if we bring you a
Or
sandwich,
the
will that
taste of
count?
true love's kiss.
What if we just bring you a How about a pickle? You want a pickle?
Me kiss door.
Oh.
Do you want to give the door a pickle?
Groslab,
Have
give
I
him a
woken
pickle.
up by now?
Crosslip's kissing the door.
Groslab kiss door.
I'm not reaching into his pants to get the pickles.
Okay, Groslav is... Thank you, young human thing. But I was talking about the love between a door and another door.
Is there a door you fancy? We could
Is
maybe
there
hook
more
you
door?
up.
It's why there are always two doors back to back in hotel rooms.
Oh Lord.
Alright, so do you want to shove a pickle in the door?
Yes.
Me
Arch,
thought
you
door
have
say
the-
wasn't interested.
He said he wasn't interested in, to eat the pickle, not shove it sexually.
Oh no.
Ah, you mean edible pickle. Okay. Yeah, me
Yes.
take jar out and hand pickle to small friend.
You
Hey.
may want to shove it in the lock.
All right, I'll shove it in the lock.
Alright, you put the pickle in the lock, and after a second, the door kind of grabs onto it, and you hear some crunching noises as the pickle goes into the lock. The door then comes back. Delicious. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna go over to Bobble and just kind of hit him in the head. You idiot! You should have known we should have found some stuff.
How am I supposed to know? We found something. We just need to get it open.
All right, so we
Have
splitting
have
up,
I
or should we
woken
all
up
stick
at this
together
point,
for
Mike?
this?
Roll a Constitution save to see if you wake up, Mogo.
Moko's gonna kill the door we became friends with, isn't he?
I don't fucking care. You're gonna wake up. The nightmares are enough. So you wake up after your terrible nightmares, and you have no idea where you are. You just know that the cat has apparently dragged you into a dark place, and there's a door in front of you with 3 locks on it.
Wow, dude.
Hello there. Who are you?
My name's Snapfire.
Well, as long as you're with this group, would you guys mind getting the ingredients and unlocking me so I can, go about my life? Or whatever life a door has?
All right, we're trying.
Me and Wonder, we meet Deep Gnome other day, right?
Did we?
Teacher.
Me think one professor is Deep
No,
Gnome.
there is not a professor who is a deep gnome.
No?
No,
Nope.
I was almost waiting for you to accuse me of being a deep gnome since I am a
No,
gnome.
no, that would have been funnier, though. No, the Professor Scumfart is a human. He was the one for spellcrafting. Professor Spunkle is a human druid. Professor Ticklesniff is a goblin. Professor Rathmar is a dragonborn, and Professor Eldor is a half-elf. So you have not met a deep gnome as of yet.
I have a rather silly idea I want to do.
Dog
gonna-
friend, you can track?
I mean, if I have something to give my wolf to get a scent off of.
No, me no think me got Deep Gnome thing.
We could just
You
look,
sure you no help?
we can just search around the school. There's got to be one around here somewhere.
Me think that
Yeah.
racial profiling.
How is it? If I
Because deep gnomes.
there's so much I could have made a joke on, but I don't know how much trouble I would get in.
I mean, to be fair, if you're going based on that, there's a deep gnome who's the guardian of space and time.
Yeah, can we just summon him? No.
No, he's a literal god. He exists outside of space and time. You don't even know that he exists.
Well, let's see. We gotta find the ectoplasm first, right? Let's go.
You have
in
to
order.
find the 3 ingredients. It doesn't matter in which order you find them in. You just need the 3 ingredients to unlock the 3 locks.
Should we split up or should we all stick together?
That is entirely up to you.
All right, guys. Do you want to split up or stick together for this?
Me think best together, cause Groslab not know what we need. Me be honest, me been thinking about meat.
You always think about meat.
As one
Yeah.
should.
Indeed.
Like, does the door have a handle, like, to open with it?
It does, but it also has the 3 locks that are over it, which means you
Yeah.
cannot open it.
No, but what I want to do, just for fun, is I'm gonna take that gold band I have and put it on the door handle.
You're going to take the... Well, it's a knob door handle, so you can't fit like a ring over it.
Aw, man. So
Dang it,
I
don't
can't
have
give the
anything
door
that
an
would work
erection.
for this.
No, you could not. That's why I also specifically asked if the cat was a male last time, because if you're a female and you wear it, nothing happens.
Hey, women get horny too.
That is true, but but I also said that the spell has nothing to do with sexual arousal. It just gives you that.
Having sticky nipples.
Dear God.
All right, let's just go and try to get the ectoplasm first. Well, you know what? Let's go steal a unicorn horn. That seems like the easiest. Go find
Well,
one.
that's
The
the other thing.
easiest.
That's the other thing, is you guys also
have
have
a
no
wolf, you
idea
can eat
where to
it.
get any of these items.
I
Well,
mean,
wouldn't
I
they be
don't.
in the
I was
forest?
asleep all the time, so I'm just gonna follow along with
Are
the
unicorns-
crowd.
They're gonna
rare
fill
in
it.
D&D?
I'm gonna say canonically they fill you in on what you need. So what you need is ectoplasm, the blood of a deep gnome, and what was the third thing?
Unicorn horn.
Wait, why don't we
There
go
you
to
go.
the potions? Potions. Why don't we break in the potions class and see if maybe they have those ingredients?
You
This
could,
sounds like a
although
good idea.
blood. I don't think they would. They're not going to have the blood, but you may be able to find some of the other things.
Yeah, I figured we'll have to get the blood ourselves, but the other stuff I figured we go look for.
All right. So if you wanted to go do that, then you can try maybe either doing that. You're also going to have to get out of the library at some point.
You're
'cause
gonna
there's
make
nothing-
us roll again to sneak, aren't you?
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll for Zip to see if he's still looking for the asshole. You know what?
I just
Here's what
want
I'm
him to
gonna
be fighting with the bookcase now.
Just use the ring again,
Okay, yeah.
and then I'll let him walk past.
Just picturing
'Cause
him
he's
having
just
a
gonna
full-on argument.
He's still looking for whoever said that.
Thank you, ring I found in the trash. No, wait, I woke up with this thing. Never mind. So yeah, I just cast it and he's just arguing with a bookshelf.
All right, so I need to make the bookshelf say something.
I have a perfect one. I'll set it in your DM.
Purity good at math. Fuck no, I'm not.
Okay. Ah, I can smell your awful breath all the way from here, you filthy green bastard. Who said that? I heard you. Get out of here, you son of a bitch. All right, so he's distracted by that, so you guys are able to sneak out successfully. So now we're going to go, if you guys want to keep going, we can go to the next day and start a little bit of that, or we can call it here.
I'm
Me,
good
I'm
for
good for
keeping
next
it
day.
going.
All right, all you guys are good for next day, so we'll go to next day. All right, so you guys go to bed. Now I'm going to have every one of you roll a Constitution save while you're sleeping. Moko, do you still have the underwear on your head, by the way?
I do indeed, because nobody has nobody needs them right now, so I haven't. Given
Right,
it
but do you want to
away.
keep it on your head when you're going to sleep because you know what's going to happen?
I'm gonna take it off my body and then put it like fold them up neatly and then just have it like put them on like I assume the bed has like a little chest in front of it, so like
Yes,
on
there's
top of that,
there's a little clothing chest in front of it. You can place them in there. So yes, you do. So
Yeah.
you go to sleep normally. So everybody else, everybody is going to have to roll a Constitution save for the overnight. And whoever rolls the lowest. You did not roll the lowest.
Finally.
Fuck.
You might
Oh,
have
that
rolled
was
the
almost a
lowest.
17.
All right, so All right, so definitely not Kim. Probably not. Definitely not. So right now, Kane's at the lowest. All right, Grozlab rolled above you. So who's left? So and Moko, is the 8 yours?
No, that was for waking up.
Okay, yeah. If you roll a Constitution save now,
Oof.
is there any
Let's
are there
go.
any additions to that? For
No,
Constitution?
my constitution is my bonus to constitution is 0.
All
Let's
right,
go.
and it's gonna be Moko, because Kane has a +2, so he got a 5. So what I'm gonna do is Moko in the middle of the night, because you haven't been sleeping particularly well, you wake up and you realize you have to go to the bathroom.
Oh no.
More specifically, number 1. So are you going to go? It's a community bathroom, so you're going to go down to the hallway and take a piss.
No, I'm gonna open the window in my room and piss out of it.
The windows do not open.
Do I have a potted plant in my room?
No, you do not.
Do I have a corner in the room?
Can you go to the bathroom?
Yeah, I
Like
can
a,
go to
like
the
a
bathroom.
civil. All right, you know what? You go piss in the corner. Kane,
What?
you have an urge to go to the bathroom. Are you going to go to the bathroom?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Kane, while Boko is just peeing in the corner of his room like a fucking animal, you're gonna get up and go to the bathroom. So you go into the bathroom, you go up to the toilet, you start taking a piss, and I want you to roll a reflex save for me with a -2 because you're tired.
Reflex save. Okay.
There it is. All right,
Almost a one.
I'm gonna. Yeah, it was almost the one. I'm gonna say that's not enough though. So what happens is, Kane, as you're taking a piss and just kind of minding your own business, you know, just looking around the room as you're aiming everything, a fist flies out of the toilet and punches you square in the balls.
What the fuck?
You're gonna take 1d4 damage from that, which I'm rolling. That is a 4. All right, so you take 4 damage. So it punches you immediately in the groin. The fist then returns back into the toilet, and you hear a cackling laughter throughout the room.
I don't know what to do about this situation.
Curse of the Underfist.
So as you turn around in the bathroom, kind of looking more towards like where a mirror is, you see in the reflection of the mirror appears to be a halfling in a top hat laughing at you. His reflection then immediately disappears.
What the fuck?
Are you going to stay in the bathroom or are you going to
Oh
leave?
no, I'm getting the hell out of there.
All right, so you did piss all over yourself, and you probably didn't wash your hands. But you come out of the bathroom, and as you come out of the bathroom, you meet Boggle in the hallway, and he looks at you. He's like, "Oh, you met Douchey, didn't you?"
Douchey?
There's a ghost that haunts this dormitory. His name is Douchey. He was once a powerful wizard. However, he was then imprisoned in this because he made a crack at a former archmage, and he then proceeded to get cursed by having his ghost bonded to this dormitory.
Should probably tell people before they sign up for a dorm that it's haunted.
Yeah, I didn't know either until about yesterday.
Alright then. Well, I'm already here, might as well get used to it.
Yes, also, here you go. He hands you a cod piece. This is, probably for the best, even though it's going to make going to the bathroom rather difficult.
Yeah, you do what you have to.
Fair enough. So he gives you the cod
you know,
piece,
you
and
could
then
probably get the ectoplasm from him.
he gives you the cod piece. So, Kane, I'm going to have you roll an intelligence check to see if you realize that.
Thank goodness my intelligence is good.
Well, you're a
He's
wizard. I
gonna
would
get a
hope so.
1, isn't he?
Shut up.
Probably. 3. Not much better.
It didn't register.
Oh shit, you got a
Maybe it's
mulligan.
giving me a chance.
It's frozen on the screen.
Yeah, no, it is. No, there it is. Okay. What the
heck?
the fuck just happened?
I don't
Looks
know.
like Fantasy Ground's having some
Roll,
problems.
we
roll
restart
again just to
Fantasy?
see what happens. Why is it saying 4? Why? Wait a minute.
Should we restart Fantasy Grounds?
Well, it seems like it's rolling okay for him. I don't know why it's telling me that because the 4, I rolled a 4 before. Okay. All right, so here's what I'm going to do is, yeah, for some reason it's doing...
Duplicating.
Okay, so that's me doing that.
Yeah,
Apparently,
yeah.
if you hold over the thing and then pull up, it shows what the DM rolled.
Well, I thought you could already see what I rolled. Oh, so it shows... Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, then why... Okay, yeah, so it tells you what people rolled. Stop doing
Oh. Yeah, I just did it. Okay.
that. Okay, so I didn't know it actually had
Confusing,
that
but
function.
neat.
I didn't know it actually had that function. Okay, so...
I didn't need on that.
Kane, you're in a lot of nut pain right now, so I'm not gonna force you to remember what it is. You don't really make that connection in your head, but you can relay this information to other people tomorrow. So here's what I'm gonna do: is we're gonna fast forward to the next day, and you guys are now up and ready for your next round of classes. So you guys are meeting up before you go into the next class, and Kane also tells you about his encounter with Douchey the previous evening in Wolf House.
I got punched in the nuts by a ghost.
Did you try to get the ectoplasm from him?
I wasn't really worried about that at the time.
Are we
Damn it. Well,
going
at least
straight
now
to
we know where
class?
we
We're not
can
even
get
getting any food. We're not getting breakfast, man.
I kind of fast forwarded through breakfast, but I'll say if you wanted to go there, you picked up whatever you want, so you're just chewing on like a mutton joint.
Nice.
We can totally use that dick ghost to get some ectoplasm. Perfect. How do you get
You think maybe
ectoplasm?
you want reword that?
How do you get ectoplasm out of a ghost, by the way? I'm not doing it. You guys are.
15 minutes alone and
No, I am legit
Alright.
asking how are we
15
supposed
minutes?
to
What
do
kind of
this?
super ghost is this?
Well, to be honest, if we want to ask, maybe we should go and talk to the alchemy teacher when we have her class. She'd probably know how to harvest it, since it's a fairly common potion ingredient. However,
Yeah.
the school does seem to have a rather laxed supply of it, I've noticed.
I mean, we can steal it, or we can maybe steal it from this ghost and destroy it. Sounds like this ghost no one would miss.
Stealing stuff does sound like more fun.
Well, we also have the other option. Maybe we should ask Cleric Rathmore, since he's good at sealing things away. Let's just put it that way.
Sounds good. I'm with stealing this thing away.
All right, so when you get to Rathmore's class again, which probably won't be until next session, we'll go over that. So now you guys have completed the first version of every class, but now you're going to go to the second level of spell classing, which is using spells to survive. So you guys come into Professor Scumfart's class, and basically what he is going to do is after you sit down,
You little bastards! It's time for round 2. And that means we are going to have a very serious endurance test in today's class.
Morning to you too, Professor.
Shut up!
No.
Nobody asked you any questions!
why does he talk like PC principal?
I am an old piece of shit. You can go to hell.
Me like
Sorry.
this guy.
I'm sorry, when I don't have my death sticks, I get a little, princey. Alright, so, this is going to be the test for this class for today. You are going to have to use spells to survive. I am going to open up 5 portals to 5 different random-ass places. And you guys are going to have to survive with only your magic, leaving all of your worldly items here except for your underwear and clothes.
You mean I can't bring my chicken?
No!
Aww.
Before he does that, I'm gonna go up and hand him like a little joint with green dragon in it.
Thank you, son! You get a gold star today!
Damn it,
He
I was
takes
actually
the
going to
lo-
suggest giving him weed.
he takes a little gold star out of his dex and smacks it to Moko's forehead.
You can sit down now, son, thank you.
Yeah, boy.
He then proceeds to light up.
It's just an excuse for Mike to light up.
That's my entire character. My entire character is just an excuse for Mike to fucking talk.
Yep. All right, so he lights up a little bit.
Oh, that's much better. Thank you, sonny. Can I snag some of that off you after class, by the way?
Yeah, there.
Sweet. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I have these crystals here. They're protection crystals and tracking crystals, so I'll know where you are. It's that way you don't walk through a portal and get stranded forever. That happened once. So he puts out 5 crystals, each with different colors. You guys are going to have to pick one of the 5. There is red, blue, yellow, green, and purple.
Oh, blue.
I want to
Purple.
take purple.
Ah, damn it.
If
We
you
can
both
go
want
with
the
blue.
same one, you will roll against
Yeah.
each other.
Okay. What are we rolling?
Just a straight D20. Whoever's higher gets it.
That's a 19.
God
Yep,
damn it.
Moko. All right, Moko gets the. All right, so Kim gets the blue one. Moko gets the purple one. Purity, Arch, and Kane. You guys have to pick what color you want. The remaining ones are red, yellow, and green.
Red.
All right, you want red. And Kane and Moko, which colors you? Moko, I'm assuming you're going to take the green one.
What? No, I said purple. That's why we rolled.
Oh yeah, sorry. No, you're right. I'm stupid. Arch
you
and
don't.
Arch and Kane, you guys still have to pick one.
Me, I'm choose green.
I'll be
All right, so
right
that
back.
means by default, Kane gets the yellow one.
I get the color of piss.
Yes,
the
just
thing
like
you can't
just
do
like what you
because
were
you
doing
can't-
last night when you got punched in the
I
balls.
was about to say the
Um,
thing he can't do because he got punched in the balls.
No. The color for that would be white because procreation. You could still urinate with busted scrotum. All right, so we're gonna go since Kim had first for blue. We're gonna go with Kim. So Kim, you hold your gem up and it opens a portal. As you step through it, you are in a frozen wasteland. It looks like you're near the top of like a mountain in like an Arctic desert, basically. Like you just see like the wind is whipping and there's a lot of snow and stuff in the area, and there's some tall mountainy peaks that you can see. But other than that, there really doesn't appear to be a whole lot. It's just really cold.
I know exactly what to do. I'm gonna wild shape.
Okay, you're going to wild shape into what specifically?
Wolf, because they are cold natured.
Okay, you can wild shape into a wolf, so you'll be pretty okay for the most part in there. You're only going to be in there for about a couple hours. Just to prove that you can survive in that type of an environment. So you're going to be relatively okay as a wolf. And we'll come back to you when you come back through the portal, or when you at the end of the exercise. The next one is going to be Moko, because he chose the purple one. So Moko, you chose the purple one. So as you walk through the portal, you find yourself in the corrupted portion of the Elven Forest, which, by the way, at this point in time, the Elven Forest has started to recover a little bit from the corruption, but there's still a lot of areas that are sort of like off limits. Kind of think of like the radiation zones at Chernobyl. So you're basically in that area. So as you come out, you see like a very purpley looking sky. The trees are mostly black and dead. The earth is dark. And there's a lot of like thorny vines and stuff that are just covering little areas, like thickets of just like thorny brush and stuff around you that's also all black. Your cat also did not come with you. He's waiting on the other side of the portal.
I just came back to hearing that the trees were all black, so...
Oh, okay. Sorry. So what happened was you picked the purple gem.
Yeah.
So you got teleported to the corrupted portion of the Elven Forest.
Ooh.
So you're there, but what happens is like the sky is purple. The trees are like black and burned out, basically. The earth is dark. And there's a lot of like these little like thorny like thickets of bushes and stuff that are around the general area.
Is that the same corrupted forest from the creature campaign?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Ooh.
This is probably about 200 or so years later, but yes.
The corruption didn't die down, okay.
No, the corruption is still the creature campaign takes place before season 2, and season 2, the forest is still very much corrupted. Spellweaver takes place after season 2, so it's been fixed up a little bit, but there's still a lot of corruption areas. What I said is think about it as like Chernobyl with radiation zones.
Oh, okay.
Except you're not going to die a horrible death of radiation.
So what exactly am I looking for here?
You're just supposed to survive for 2 hours and try not to die, using only your magic because you have no items. Or you left all your items and everything back in the classroom except for your clothes.
Interesting.
So far, it doesn't seem like there's too much, although if you want to walk through the area or try and look around a little bit, you can. If you stay in one spot, it's kind of like an open area where you are.
I was about to say, for fun, I'm gonna use gather information
Okay, you can do that.
to see where I'm about, so that's a +4.
Yep. So you can use that.
Oh, that's an 8.
All right, so you gather that everything in the environment looks pointy and dangerous, and all you can smell is sulfur.
Yeah, but do I know that that's just because I'm still stoned?
Because you rolled gather information, that is something that you are able to determine is in your environment, not in your head.
All right.
So
I can't even just sit down and get high because I don't have anything.
no, you do not have anything. You are, although you still are fairly baked, but yeah, no, you don't have anything for the time being. So you might be coming down by the end of. You're going to be in there for about 2 hours.
I guess I could like cast dancing lights and try to see if I can like get rid of some of the pointy bits.
I think you could, yeah, if you wanted to.
After all, it is wood, even though it's corrupted. So
That is true.
it's a clear little path forward and go, and I'm
All
gonna head north.
All right, so you do that. So you use dancing light, and you're able to burn back some of the foliage and the loose stuff that's kind of around you. It burns with purple fire, and it smells like you're, lighting like a goblin on fire, basically.
Oh.
But it's kind of nasty, but you do have a path forward. So I'm gonna go from you down to the next one. So the next one is gonna be purity. Now you picked the red gem.
Yeah, I'm gonna regret
So
this, aren't I?
you hop through the portal and you are immediately in what looks like a very, very, very volcanic area. Not to the point where you're standing on magma, and you're not in the hellscape, by the way. Otherwise, you would have been immediately incinerated.
Look around neat.
But you're kind of like on the edges of what looks like an island, and there's an island with a relatively active volcano on it.
All right, I'm gonna go exploring because I have my water spell, so I'll be fine.
Well, we can see. All right. So, do you want to do gather information? Do you just want to do like a quick
I can do
search
gather
check to look
information.
around?
Let me
All right, do gather information, then you can roll that.
that would be gather information. Okay. Motherfucker.
Okay, you can gather that it's hot. So that's pretty much about it. So you're just gonna kind of wander around for a little bit, just looking around. There's most of the area that you're standing on is like dried, like black volcanic rock. And you can see kind of in the distance there are sort of like lava trails that are coming down from the peak of the mountain, and there's a little bit of like bubbling magma coming from the top. So that's what your world looks like. Now we're gonna go down to so we did Kim, we did Mocha, we did you. Now we're gonna go down to Arch, because Arch picked the green one. So Arch, you picked up the green one. So as you step through, you are in a portion of the Elven Forest that has been restored, not a portion that is still in corruption, heavy corruption, like where Moko is. So you're in kind of like a beautiful little forest environment. You're kind of like Tarzan in a wizard hat. So you can roll to look around if you'd like, or do anything you would like.
Me, I'm just try survive, yes?
Yes, your goal is to survive using nothing but yourself and magic for the next 2 hours.
Me climb tree and eat pickle.
Okay, so roll me a climb check then.
Motherfucker.
You rolled a 1. You climb partway up the tree and then fall down onto the ground.
Bitch
After
just
you
trying
fall
to
down
copy
on the
me now.
After you fall down on the ground, you then proceed to say fuck it and just sit under the tree and eat pickles.
But he doesn't have his pickles.
Yeah, actually, sorry, that's true. You don't have your pickles. Now that I remember that, yeah, you don't have your infinite pickle jar. The only thing you have is your tight jeans and your wizard hat, which is not magical. That is it.
Oh.
So you can try and forage for food if you want.
Me can do that.
All right, so that's going to be... I'm just going to count it as a search check. All right. Okay, that's good enough. All right. So in your travels, you find a mango tree.
Mango.
They are normal, regular mangoes.
Me need more climb. Me try one more time before giving up tree and knock down.
Okay, you do that. So you can roll for another climb check.
Me have +10 to climb check. Bullshit.
All right, there you go. All right, so you climb up the tree and you get a handful of mangoes and just start chowing down. So you're going to be all right for a little while. And now we're going to go down to Kane, who was the last one. Now, Kane, you got the yellow one.
Piss one.
Yeah, about that.
Probably gonna be bad, isn't it?
You stepped through the portal, and this is actually something that a lot of people don't know about this universe. So they don't actually they have indoor plumbing, but the thing is that in order to keep the environment as pristine as possible with all these cities and horrible things happening, there's actually a massive pocket dimension that was created that was specifically for the disposal of humanoid waste.
The poop dimension.
It's a pocket dimension, so it's technically not a full dimension, but it's basically, it's feces and urine for the most part. Yeah, it's a shit dimension.
Oh God.
So, Kane, you step through the portal and you step onto what you believe to be dirt, or you hope to be dirt. And as you're looking out, you see a giant lake that is just that like stale shade of yellow, and all you can smell is just urine. It's
Piss
unpleasant.
Lake.
It's
The
unpleasant.
legends were real.
What are you going to do?
Terrible things.
What kind of options do I have in a world that's
You're literally just supposed to survive for 2 hours, so you can do whatever you want. You can just like run around and just observe and do things, or you can try and sit there. Or you can use magic to fuck with things. It's completely up to you. The only things that you don't have is you don't have any of your items. You only have
I guess
the
I'll
clothes
just take
on
a
your back.
nice walk around the Piss Lake.
All right, so you're going to take a walk around the lake of urine. Eventually, you do find some spots of dirt that are a little more, let's call it spongy than others. So you might want to wipe that off your feet eventually, but you're just kind of walking around. So we're going to rotate back up, and we're going to rotate back up to the first person, which was Kim. Now, you are in the Arctic area, so you've kind of been walking around for a little while in wolf form. You're just sort of kind of observing everything. You're not really being affected by the cold all that much. But as you're kind of walking through, you spot a cave, and there are noises coming from inside that cave.
Well, my curiosity is going to get the best of me. I'm definitely going to be checking out that cave, but I'll be smelling along the way.
All right, so I think that's technically a survival check for smell.
Is it? Okay.
I think it technically is, yes, because you're in wolf form.
So 17 plus... I can pull my...
You should have a fairly high survival because it's a wisdom-based skill.
Yeah, so it's a dirty 20.
Okay, so basically what happens is you smell... It smells... It's not a creature whose smell you're familiar with. It's definitely not like a humanoid. It's something that's wild. But it smells, I guess you could say, maybe similar to some form of ape.
It's Abominable Snowman, isn't it?
It might be.
He doesn't like it when you figure it out.
No. I made that way too obvious. I know. But okay, so you smell kind of like it smells like an ape as you're going in, and as you walk in, you see this like white furry beast that's kind of sitting over the carcass of some kind of a snow animal. You can't really tell because most of it's been eaten, but it's fairly large. Might have been a polar bear. And as you step in, I'm going to roll for the creature's listen check to see if it can hear you. And that's a +3. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to roll move silently to see if you can avoid being picked up by this thing. And do you have any additions to that?
Let me look. Move silently. Is that under...
It's under your skills, so it should be, if it's in alphabetical order, so if you go to the M's.
Okay, yeah, it's only +1.
All right, so that means that's only going to be a 14, and he rolled technically a 16. So yeah, he's going to hear you. So he turns around, and you see that it's not a Yeti. It's closer to a Wampa.
Oh gosh.
And it just kind of looks at you. It has like the leg of like a polar bear in its hand that's still like fresh with blood, and it looks like it's been eating it, and it just looks at you.
Can I interpret that as whether it's aggressive or just basically saying back
You
off?
have beast speech, don't you?
I do, but can I use that while I'm in wild
Y-
shape?
Yes, you can, because you can use your. That's just your understanding of it. You have the spell beast speak.
Uh, one sec.
I believe you do, and if that's the case, yes, you can, because you took the natural spells perk, which allowed you to cast while in wolf form.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, yes, I do. Looking for it. Yeah, speak with animals.
Okay, so yes, you can cast that while in wolf form, and you can understand what it's saying.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
All right, so you do that, and instead of the that you were hearing before, you can hear it speaking.
You tasty doggy, come here.
um, I'm like, I think I hear my mother calling, and I get the heck out of there.
You can bring her too.
All right, I'm gonna have you roll. I think this would be in no, not athletics. So if you want to run away from this thing,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you just roll a. Oh God, where is it? I know there's one. I'm forgetting, because that's the only one that they don't really make massively easy, because they should just have an athletics roll.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you roll survival on that one, because this is based on your survival.
I mean, it is. So okay.
Okay, Impurity will be right back, but I think we got Moko to do right after this before we get to her.
11 plus. That is my survival.
Like I said, your survival, I think it was a +3, so that should be a 14. So I'm gonna roll for his to see
Well,
if he
no,
can.
because I have a 10 under survival.
Okay, then that's what it would be. So yeah, so then it's a +10, so that's a 21. So I'll have him roll. He's probably not gonna beat that. He almost rolled a nat 20. No, he's not going to beat that. That's only going to be a 16 for him. So
Okay.
as he tries to run after you, he kind of trips over a little like jutting out piece of ice in the cave and falls down, and you're able to escape. Now, after you're able to get away, your 2 hours is up and your portal opens, so you are free to jump back through.
I definitely leap through very quickly.
Okay, you go back through the portal in wolf form and shake off the snow from your body. You are the first one to come back. He is going in order, and he's timing everybody, so you're the first one.
I'm back.
So he looks at you and congratulates you. No, Purity just had to leave for a second, come back. She just got back. So Purity, what you missed is Kim had an encounter with a Wampa and escaped and managed to get back into the real world, or the normal realm. So she's back, but now we're gonna go to Moko. So Moko, you're just walking down this path you've created through the corrupted forest.
All right, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
grab dinner then.
But the
Okay.
thing is, Tenchi gave somebody a subscribe on Twitch. Does that count towards the roll for random thing?
Yeah, that is going to be a roll for random things. So Tenchi, if you want to name who that goes to, do it now, and I will calculate that. And then as soon as we're done, and then when we're done with this little segment before we go away for the night, I will roll for the item, because technically they don't have the items right now, so I'll give it to them right after. And we'll see what that is. So I'm just going to keep track of that, and then when we get to the end of this, I will roll the item. Okay, and that goes for anybody else that donates right now too. I will put the items after this class, and then we will call it after that. Moko, so you're on your way through the corrupted forest, and I'm gonna. I want you to roll a listen check for me.
Listen.
Yep.
See, but where is that? Where's that? There's the.
Right below knowledge.
Yeah, that's a 7.
Yep.
And I ain't hearing shit. No, actually, okay.
No,
21.
no, you got a 21. So you hear a loud thumping noise that sounds like it's getting louder.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna have you roll a reflex save and take a -2 because you're still high. Actually, no. You know what? It's been like an hour and a half. You're not.
Yeah.
Just roll a regular. So it'll
Do I
be.
roll my dex or just the reflex save? So
It's the
actually
reflex. It's the reflex save number. So if you
Yeah.
go down to the reflex save under total, that's the number you add.
That's an 8, so that's a 12.
All right, I'm gonna roll for the other thing. Oh, that was almost a nat 20. All right, so
Oh shit.
I'm back.
all right, so it's gonna hit you, but it's not gonna hit you by much. So, Mogo, as you're kind of just walking through the forest, you hear that thumping noise, and you start to move out of the way. But as you're doing that, a corrupted rhino, crashes through the brush near you and knocks you over onto the ground. I'm gonna say you take 1d4 damage from that because you were sort of out of the way. All right, so that's 2. But now the rhino has noticed you, so you're gonna have to choose some options on what you want to do here. You can use magic, you can try and escape, or you can do whatever. You still have a little bit of time left before that portal opens.
I'm gonna wait until it charges at me, and then I'm gonna cast grease on in front of me and move out of the way.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do for that. So you can goad it, and then what I'm gonna have you do is I'll have you roll a reflex save right now to see if you're gonna be able to jump out of the way, because it's gonna slide no matter what, because grease is an automatic. I'm not gonna make you roll for that.
That's amazing.
Okay.
That's a 19.
Okay, well it's a 27 in reality.
Yeah.
All right, so here's what happens. So Moko, as you get up from the ground and you see the corrupted rhino kind of make a U-turn and look back at you, it snorts a little bit before running at you again. You quickly use your grease spell on the ground in between you and the rhino, and you're able to gracefully leap out of the way as the rhino realizes that it can't stop because of the grease. It begins sliding. The rhino then proceeds to slide and lands and flies through several trees as its massive body weight makes it continue forward. I'm going to say it takes 2d12 damage from that.
Nice.
So
We
that's
on some
13
loot.
damage. So he's a little knocked around. He's not very happy at the moment, but he's still going to try and attack you.
We on some Looney Tunes shit now, boys. And apparently, Tenchi wants to give the item to Kim.
Yep.
Okay,
I just
so
let Mike
after
know.
we do, like I said, after we do go through the last part of this with everybody, I'll give her the item and roll for it, and then I think we'll call it after that. So Moko, here's what I'm going to do is because the rhino is still able to fight, even though you sort of dodged him, but your time is just about up. So I'm going to give you a chance if you want to either run or do anything else with the rhino. It's up to you. And then if you manage to not get brutally impaled, then you will be transported back.
Well, I'm gonna cast Obscuring Mist and then dash for it.
Okay. So you cast Obscuring Mist around the rhino. So the rhino is disoriented. I'm going to have him roll an attack roll to see if he can actually hit you. He's going to take a -4. All right,
Okay.
that is a 12. So I'm assuming that doesn't hit with your AC.
Let me see. Where's the AC at? My armor class is 13.
Then okay, then it does not hit you because that's technically a 12. So,
Yeah, so
it runs. So you manage to dodge out of the way. It runs by you again, and as it runs by you, a portal opens in front of you to beckon you to come back to the classroom.
All right.
All right. So you leap through the portal, and you are now back in class. So the professor looks at you. Congratulations, dipshit! You made it through.
So,
Nice
Mike,
bit.
I realized something.
What?
My wolf transformation only lasts for an hour.
You can just
So-
redo it. It's
Well,
I'm not-
It says only one time a day.
Yeah, but I thought you could do it multiple times because of the leveling.
Yeah, you should be up to a couple times a day at level 5.
Oh, I should?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's like 3 times a day or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I
then
think
will
it's dependent. I'm pretty sure on your druid level. It's like plus whatever after a certain level. But I'm not going to obsess over that. What's done is done. But either way, you're back in class and you're in human form again, and Moko is back. Now we're going to go to Purity. So Purity, you're in the volcanic area.
Is she back?
Yeah.
Oh, are you back?
Yeah,
Yes.
she went to have dinner, now she's back.
I just went to grab dinner.
Yep.
She's been silently judging us.
Yeah, basically.
All right, so Purity, you're in the fiery area. You're in the volcanic area. So you've just kind of been wandering around, and I'm going to have you roll a reflex save for me.
Oh, let me check. What would reflexes be?
Reflex save is directly below all the attributes. The box is below that. It says Fortitude, Reflex, Will.
Underneath your name on your sheet.
Oh.
It's underneath Strength, Dex, Constitution, Intelligence, all that stuff. The box that's immediately below
okay.
it says Saving Throws.
I think I got it right.
And you roll the total number that's there. You should have had no, you did not get that right. It is that is the 7. 7 is for, because I have your sheet up. 7 is for your Fortitude and your Will. Your Reflexes are only a +3.
Oh, sorry, I was reading the wrong one. Let me redo that.
You don't need to redo it because I'm just going to add 3, so that's a 14 instead of an 18. All right, so that's a reflex save. I'm going to say that's enough. So as you step on one area, you notice that it's a little softer than the rest, and you pull your foot back very quickly before the ground sort of falls in a little bit into what looks like a lava river that's running below.
Ooh.
And as you back up a little bit, you notice that it kind of a spew of lava comes up, and you see it looks almost like a living flame. It's kind of like it looks almost like a Pikmin, but it's on fire.
I wonder if I can grab that. Let's see what do I have. I think I found a new pet.
You can try.
Calm emotions. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to create water and try to knock it off of there.
All right, so you're going to create that and try and knock it off of the...
Yeah, because I don't have something like Mage Hand to grab it.
Okay, so you're going to... All right, so you're going to use the create water spell. All right, so here's what happens is the little creature kind of comes up and it looks at you as you create the water spell. And as you create the water spell, you then proceed to splash it all over him. This does horrible damage to him because his natural state is being on fire.
Oh, geez.
So that is actually very damaging to him. So he's going to take 2 d12s worth of damage. That is 17 damage. You killed him.
Oh.
So yeah, no, he's very dead. After he unfortunately dies and falls back into the lava pool, you see probably about 2 or 3 dozen more of them pop up, and they don't look very happy.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get his attention.
Get her! Shoot her with fire! Burn her to death! She killed Jimmy!
Can I use my water to... I can do 2 gallons per... So that's 10 gallons, right? That I can make?
You can do 10 gallons, so I'm going to say if you do that amongst the entire group, then you're probably going to be able to get maybe 5 or 6 of them out of the 3 dozen that are there.
I'm just going to run. Fuck this shit. Oh, crap.
Right.
I'm a gnome. I'm tiny.
They're also tiny.
Okay, fuck it. I can outrun them.
All right, so what I'm going to have you do is, because there's really no...
Oh, man, I just realized if he hadn't fallen in the lava, I could have reanimated him.
Yep, but he did.
Damn it, you little fuckers.
All right, so... oh, that landed on the side. I'm going to re-roll that. Oh, okay. All right, so they don't get any additions to that. In fact, they get a -2 to that, technically. So I'm going to have you roll the same thing. Just roll a d20 and -2 from it, because it's... Technically, I guess it would be a strength check, but
Damn.
Okay, no, they're going to try and beat the shit out of you. So that's an unnatural one. So you try to get away, but they very quickly dogpile you and just begin punching you in the kidneys with their flaming bodies.
I'm going to
roll a d20 to see. I'm going to roll a d20 just to see how much damage they initially do to you before the water attack. All right, that's 18 damage. So they're just kind of pounding, they're just punching your kidneys and kicking you in the face, and just it's just a circle of beatdown. So now you're going to use water?
Yes.
All right, so you use water. It affects the 5 that are immediately on top of you, which is going to allow you to run away. And I'm going to roll a d12 to see how much damage is done to each one of them. 9 damage, so they're not dead, but they're pretty much incapacitated. Each one of them has 10 health. So those 5 are off of you. I'm going to give you another chance to run.
Do I have to do the minus or no?
Yes, it's still at -2, and you will have to roll against the other remaining like 30 of them.
You're an ass.
All right, that's a good roll.
If they get 20, I'm walking.
Nope. It's a 10, so you're going to be able to outrun them. So as you outrun them, the portal then opens for you to return home.
Fuck! Jumping through that portal.
All right, so you go through the portal, so you're back in the classroom. Oh, congratulations, douchebag! Go take a seat.
Fuck you too, teacher.
Always. All right, we're still waiting for the last 2. All right, so Arch, we're going to go back to you. So you're still eating mangoes in a tree.
Art, did you read what I DM'd you?
Me no read. Me can't read.
You're an ass.
All right, so Arch, you're still up in the tree, and as you're up in the tree, you see what looks like a spider monkey just kind of perched at the other end of the tree, and he looks at you, and he just reaches out his hand and goes,
I give spider monkey mango. Me make friend.
The spider monkey then proceeds to start eating the mango, and now is your best friend.
Me pat on head.
You pet? No, not that. So you pat the spider monkey on. I've done enough of applying musical people to random weird things. All right, so Arch, you've made friends with the spider monkey, so the spider monkey is happy. After this happens, the portal then opens. You may return home.
Okay, me wave bye monkey. Me go home.
Monkey wants to come with you.
Me take monkey. Sure.
Monkey comes with you and perches on your shoulder. You then hop through the portal, and the teacher kind of looks at you. Monkey when you went in there, but fuck it.
Damn it, you got
Me
a
found
pet.
monkey.
Also, by the way, if anybody wants to, the monkey doesn't necessarily have the ability to communicate with Arch since he's an idiot.
Oh wait,
But-
can't I communicate with it?
I have animal speak, I think. Animal
Yeah,
affinity.
I think everybody but him has the ability to talk with animals.
Yeah, I have animal affinity at least, so.
That means you'll be able to interpret it, not literally know what it says. But
I'm so mad I didn't get
Tim would, and I think so does Purity. I'll look at your spells list.
Can we get much higher?
At least now I have a new thing. I want to get a fire thing.
Calm emotion.
I mean, I do have a sort of a fire thing.
Purity, you do not have any ability to.
I thought Kami might
oh no,
have
sorry.
used
Once
it.
per day, you can speak with animals. You do have that as a special ability.
Okay.
I
So
have
if you
my
want to
Hellfire
speak,
Monk.
if you want to speak with the monkey and find out more about it, you are welcome to.
All right. I'm gonna look at the monkey. What's your name?
You, what comes out as a is actually in reality he's saying, "My name is Williford E. Fuzzybottom, and you will not pronounce it any other way."
I'm gonna look at Groslab. Your monkey's kind of a dick, but his name is what was his name again?
Williford P. Fuzzybottom.
Willipert
Wilford Brimley.
P. Fuzzy Bottom. Just call him Will.
I'm just joking. My name's Steve.
You know, I could ask the big guy to throw you around.
But the question is, would he? Because he gave me a mango. I think he likes me better than you.
You should ask him for a pickle.
My name's actually John.
You should ask him for a high five.
Big guy. His name is Dick.
Me think that offensive.
Do you speak monkey?
But you can high five him. Try high fiving the dude.
Yeah, no. Big guy, high five the monkey.
Oh, God damn it. She said monkey. I was absolutely going to try and twist that.
All right, so are you gonna? Are
I
you
know
gonna do
what
that?
you were planning.
Are you
Yeah,
gonna do that?
I absolutely high five the monkey.
Okay, now that you know how the ring works, by the way, what are you going to choose for the monkey to be addicted to? Or are you random?
I don't think did Vulture tell me?
I thought Purity told you
Yeah,
what
I
it
did
did.
tell him.
Oh, love and friendship.
Okay,
Great, you made
You
a
high-
My Little Pony monkey.
you
I-
high five.
But to
You
say
high.
like Purity can control that as well, so.
She can if she chooses to, yes.
No, I want to see how this plays out.
So, Arch, you high-five the spider monkey, and after you have high-fived the spider monkey, it then looks around at all of you and says, and Purity, you and Kim are the only two people that really understand this. And Mocha, you're kind of able to get it through body motions. You are all of my friends. I will do whatever you ask because I am dedicated to your causes. I must!
Cool. By the way, somebody asked if the monkey's actual name is Michael Chimpson.
It is not. The monkey has been fucking with you this entire time, but now that you are friends with the monkey, its name is, I didn't really think this far ahead involving the spider monkey. I didn't think you were actually going to give it a name.
Just call it Michael Chimpson. Make the chat happy.
Call him Brass Monkey. 'Cause he's a funky monkey. He's a
Brass
funky
Monkey.
That funky monkey. Oh, God. What was the name suggested by the chat again?
Michael
Chimpson.
Chimpson.
What? Why is it? Why was it? Okay. All right. His name is Michael Chimpson.
Well, now we need to find a spider monkey for Beauty to put on the screen.
Oh yeah. Hold on. I'll go. Look for one.
Eventually.
I'll go.
Spider monkey PNG.
But while you guys are doing that, I'm gonna go back to Kane. Because Kane is walking around the lake in the fecal dimension.
I'm still.
Yay.
So Kane, as you're walking around, I want you to roll a listen check for me.
Okey-dokey.
Oh, that's sassy enough.
Yeah, not bad.
All right, so Kane, as you're walking along, you start hearing behind you some like slappy, like mucky noises.
What the fuck? I'm gonna
As
turn
you-
around.
As you turn around, you see these creatures rise up from the ground. They look like humanoids, but they're made out of feces.
Ah, not the shit demons.
What are you going to do? Because they're still forming at the moment.
I'm gonna shoot them.
Is one of them gonna sing opera?
So
Okay,
what
so
are you going to
it's
shoot
not
them?
the Great Mighty Pooh.
No, it is
I'm
not.
gonna cast ice knife on them.
Okay. So since they're still forming and they're pretty much
Jesus.
stationary,
Is that what
I'm
that
not
looks
gonna make
like?
I'm not gonna make you roll for that, so you can just roll for damage.
Beautiful.
The one I send is like from a subreddit, but the
Let's go.
All right, so Kane, you use your ice knife attack on one of the muckmen, and the knife shoots directly through its head and splatters it everywhere. Then the golemy shit thing collapses to the ground and just forms into a pool of just diarrhea-style fluid. There's still two more left, though. You may need to either attack, and they're ready to attack at this point, so you're either going to have to attack them or run.
Yeah, I killed one. I'll run.
All right, so you're going to run, so I'm going to have you roll... I'm going to have you roll a d20, and I'm going to also have them roll a d20, but they're going to get a +2 because they're able to traverse the shitstorm a little bit better than you.
Yeah, probably.
All right, so let's see. They're going to get a +2.
We run weird shit in this.
Again,
All right, that is a
I
15.
just realized Beauty's stream screen is gonna be filled with so much cursed shit the further we go.
Probably.
I'm not gonna put the
all right.
items on screen.
All right, so there's that's a 15. So they are. So one of the muckmen is able to tackle you to the ground, and it's on top of you, and it proceeds. It's trying to like meld over you, basically, to like bring you down into the shit. So I'm gonna have you roll a strength check to try to escape.
This is literally nightmare fuel.
Yes,
it
it
really
is.
is.
Yeah.
It's the whole rule is survival. Ouch!
Whole
All
rule
right,
is I always get shitty fucking rolls.
let's roll with for the muckman. He gets a +3. That's a 9, so that does outdo you, unfortunately. So he's gonna keep you down on the ground, and he drags you beneath the surface as your hand kind of is still above ground, like clutching. It's like you're kind of like melding into quicksand. And as this is happening, you feel somebody grab your hand. Actually, hang on a second. Arch, roll strength.
Oh,
Put it up.
There we
I
go.
almost
Could've
landed on
been
a
the
2.
It was almost a 2. All right. So Kane, as you're about ready to get sucked below, you feel somebody grab your hand and pull you out from underneath, and then pull you back through your own portal, covered in feces. And it is Groslab, the one who knocked you unconscious before because he saw you being brutally murdered by shitmen. So
I want to go home.
the teacher
yeah,
looks
me
at
and
you
want
and
to go
says,
home too.
the teacher looks at you and says, "Oh, you little shits can get out of here, especially you. God, take a shower, kid. That's nasty."
Jackass doesn't send me to this shit dimension and thinks it's my fault.
It was a random choice, you dumb fuck.
Well, why did you
And
make
most
one
of
of
the
the
time, they
choices
don't
the
mate
shit
with the shit
dimension?
men.
This is your fault, Teach. You made that a choice.
I'm gonna go over to Poo Poo Man and give him the undergarments to cover himself with.
You give Kane the underwear of nightmares.
Well, I mean, he
Kane,
doesn't have to wear it; it's just to cover himself.
this is
That's
true.
not
Kane, Moko gives you a set of women's underwear. You don't necessarily know what it does.
Okay.
So now that we have gotten through that class and you guys are now back in reality, I will roll. So Kim is the one that gets the item, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so I will roll for that now. Okay, you need to get out of here. Shut up. Because
He's
all I can hear
fine.
is him. No, he's not, because that's going to be on the recording
Oh, that's true.
afterwards. Get. All right.
Go on, shoot.
So, all right. So I rolled. So that was a 16. So let's see what 16 was. I don't think we've rolled that yet. And also that was also survive. And let's. Oh, okay. This is actually a fun one. Okay, so as you guys leave class, Kim, you notice that sitting near one of the lockers, is a white glove.
White glove.
Yep, a white glove. It just looks like a plain white cloth glove.
Okay, a cloth glove. So sort of like Mickey Mouse kind of white glove.
No,
Sort
Michael
of, yeah.
Jackson.
Sort of,
Okay.
yeah, basically.
I walk over and investigate it.
Okay, so you go investigate it, you pick it up. Do you want to roll a spellcrafting check to try and figure out what it does?
Yes. So. I'm very confused. My box says 0 on spellcraft, but I have a 2 in the field right next to it.
That's odd because that should add into the box. Oh, all right. Hang on a second, because no, that should. Yeah. Wait a minute. No, it should add up because I'm looking at Purity's sheet, which should be the same, roughly the same as yours. So just go whatever the addition would be. I don't know why it's not working.
So I did not get a very good roll. I have 10 total.
Okay, you got 10 total. All right. Well, you can tell that you need to put the glove on to activate it. You're not 100% sure what it does.
You could always show it to one of us, and we could check it for you.
If you would like to.
Yeah, I grab it and I walk over to Purity's character.
All right, you grab the glove and walk over to her. Purity, do you want to make a spell crafting check to look it over?
Yeah, give me a second. I gotta remember what mine is.
It's a +5.
Groslab is offended because no one go to him for spellcraft.
You want to help me with this big guy?
Me always help.
I have a really quick question for Mike. Read magic, is that only for book spells, or does it also work on items?
Read magic is for specifically things that are written in magical texts.
Okay.
Me, I'm not good at this.
Okay, Groslab can tell that it's a glove, and Purity can tell that you put it on to activate it. They don't give you any new information.
Me, I'm think this is thing go on hand.
That's right, buddy. You got it.
All right. So do you put it on?
I don't know.
You could try to
I'm a
force
little-
somebody else to put it on.
You could put it on the Neanderthal and see what happens.
You could put it on. You could put it on Muffin Top.
That is true.
I would never do that to an animal.
Put
That's
it to
assuming
on
that
the
it does something
Neanderthal.
bad.
Well, would anyone like to be the guinea pig?
Groslab, you want to put it on?
Me and put it on.
All right. So you put the glove on Groslab, and after a second, you see that a mage hand comes out of his back.
Neat. That could be useful.
So when you put on the glove, it gives you a mage hand, and if you know the spell, you can cast an additional one to get 2. It is known as the Glove of Mage Hand.
Well, that's neat.
It can also punch things in combat if you require. It does 1d4 damage.
Like,
Groslab saw this.
I'm imagining in my head it's like a JoJo stand. He just has a giant hand behind him floating.
Mage Hand is technically supposed to be the same size as your workable hand, but it could be giant considering the fact that he is a giant Neanderthal. So
Yeah.
that could work. All right, so that is the item that Kim got. So that means you will get an additional mage hand if you choose to. And I'll open it up just for one last time if anybody wants to put anything forward for items, but if nobody wants to, then we will close it out.
All right, guys. I'm going to put the Be Right Back screen on for this one.
Yep.
Go for it. You got your
I'm gonna
last
go
chance
eat.
to try to screw us over or help us. You got a good You've been getting some good items.
Yeah,
I don't know what
I've
the toilet's
lucked
going to
out.
be useful for, but I feel like the toilet might have been useful for maybe Kane in the last.
Well, the toilet is literally just supposed to be so if you want to take a shit in the woods, you have something to sit on.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be like actually the toilet's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have scared them all off.
No, they probably would have just sucked it down into the earth just to, get it out away from everybody because the toilet is evil. At least evil to them.
It's the devil.
All right, let's see. So far, the campaign's going pretty good.
Yep, we got through a lot in the second session, which is very good.
By the
Yeah,
way,
it's-
if my wand works like a squirt gun, I was gonna try and hose off our duty covered buddy here.
Yeah, if you would like to get the feces off of Kane, I'll have you roll a dexterity check if you want
Go
to.
ahead and do the closeout. I don't
just-
think they're going to donate any more tonight.
Okay, so this will be the last thing. So Kim, so you have no dexterity bonuses?
I don't know. I'm going back to a check.
Yep.
Dexterity is where?
Attributes right below strength. First page, upper left-hand corner.
Okay.
Modifier.
So just the modifier, which is +1.
Okay. So then that's going to be a 15. I'm going to say that's enough to get him mostly clean. He's still going to smell, but he can always just, go back to the dorm and take a shower. But that's going to get a majority of it off of him. And you got it on the floor, so Zip now has to clean it up.
Good. Fuck Zip.
So so we're gonna call it there then. So you guys have completed a good amount of the classes, and you've gotten the information for what you need to get to open the secret door. So when we pick up next time, we will pick up with that shit.
All right, guys. So thank you so much for watching.